celebrated my old girl daughter today, and she did a better job than the lady who did my hair. I just gotta go to the shop tomorrow, go get this done.
Hey, live. For notifying viewers that you're live.
Mike's hot, yo.
To the round table, baby, where the boss is to meet. Get a glimpse in the mirror, gotta know you a king. If it's one thing for sure, you a made man now. Gotta wear it like a crown. Do you know what that mean when it join the elite? You better be what you claim in the bid. You better have your facts straight when you speak. Know sometimes you gotta agree to disagree.
I know what to do, sir.
Gotta hold the hell with the team on it. You can stay up in the chat or you could cam up. We could put it on the screen if you say something. They going crazy in the chat, they gon' ban us. Tell them how you really feel, nigga, man up. No judgment.
We ain't gonna make y'all wait, man. Let's go, man. One thing for sure. Yeah, we back, man. We back. One thing for sure, we back, man. After a little week break.
Nah, it was a week break for y'all. Y'all had stuff y'all needed to do.
Little week break, man. Yeah, you know, family time. You know what I mean? Good family time, man. Always got to do that.
Duty calls.
Yeah, put the family first, you know.
When I seen y'all pictures, y'all was looking gravy this weekend. I was like, look at my gents.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I celebrated 18 years anniversary, man. Marriage anniversary, man.
Congratulations.
You know, 18 years married, man.
18.
Yeah, 18 of them things, man. A blessing, a real blessing, man. Yeah,
How
man.
was it? I mean, y'all looked gorgeous on them pictures of that red shirt. I might have to steal from you.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you,
you
man.
looking fire that was. Yeah, I'm good. We sitting in the closet with all my other clothes I can't fit.
No, that's dope though. 18, man. That's man.
Yeah, that shit like kind of surreal. I think every year I be saying it, but then it's like I still feel young, so it's like 18
Right.
is like damn. 18
You don't.
years.
It don't even feel like it's like you say 18. We know 18 is a long time, but it don't feel like 18 years.
Right. So
But you look at the whole totality of it. 18 years. You got an 18-year-old too, don't you?
yeah, I mean, well, almost 18. I got one about to be 22. So yeah, been together 25 years. I mean, so 18 married, man. Yeah, man, it's you know it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful with everything that come with it. I say it's beautiful.
What has been the highlight so far?
The highlight, man, just growing, man, just growing and learning each other. You know, learning each other as we grow and continue. It's like kind of like say you want to I equate it to like a railroad track, but you know y'all on the same. Like I'm on this track, we on this track, but we both need each other. You know what I mean? You got to have those two sides. Yeah, we in the same direction. You know what I mean? And just learning to still keep staying together, fall in love, keep re-falling in love with that same person over and over again because you gonna change. You know what I mean? Everybody gonna change, but if you can still stay locked in and stay in love and through the ups and downs, y'all still stick it out and stay together and continue to work on yourself. You know what I mean? And build together, man, and create something in this life. This whole life is about going through this life together because life is hard, man. If you can get through it with somebody that y'all gonna stay locked in and love each other, support each other, man. Be there for each other.
Find your life partner.
Right.
Think about that term, life partner.
Then the question I do have for you is, what would you tell your sons today about being married or thinking about marriage? Knowing that what you went through and what they possibly can go through. Like what would be something that you would like from a fatherly advice coming from you to your sons?
As far as marriage, man, I think just when you young, man, take your time. You know, take your time. Learn each other, enjoy each other, enjoy your time, and then let everything organically happen. Don't go looking for nothing because it's gonna find you. You know what I mean? It's gonna find you. Don't go looking for nothing. Don't go seeking validation from nobody or anybody. You gonna know that person, man. And some people find them early, like I found mine early, and some people find them later. But everybody's time is their time. So just enjoy life, man, and let everything organically happen. And love yourself first of all. That's the advice I give you. Love yourself. When you love yourself, I think everything else organically happens, and then you'll know off top who's for you and who's not. You know what I mean? When you love yourself. So that's the advice I can give, man. And the marriage is going about marriage. When you do decide to get married, marriage is a long term commitment. It's a marathon, and you marrying another person. You're not marrying yourself. You're marrying another person that think like they do. That everything. You guys are different, even though it seems like at the beginning like this the person. Y'all different. You know what I mean? But you don't want to marry yourself. You want to marry somebody different and just continue to love.
That was my next question.
Person,
is,
you know what I mean?
What have you learned from Brena in these past 25 years?
What have I learned from her? Patience. I learned patience. I learned, man. Just being selfless. You know what I mean? Just being selfless, man, and putting other people before you. You know, she got a big heart. You know what I mean? She got a big heart, and just that, man. That was one of the first qualities I met about her, man. Being selfless. Just knowing she, like, just love, man. Like I experienced love, like first time with her, just like why I didn't question it, like I knew what it was. You know, I didn't even have to like, damn, am I in love? Like I'm like, I already knew that's what it was when I was laying on my stomach.
Niggas over there like this and shit.
Yeah, when I was laying on my stomach, man,
rubbing your feet
there,
together,
having a good conversation, and not even know. Damn, we were on the phone 4 hours or hang,
Nah, you hang
asleep.
up. Nah,
Falling asleep on the phone and everything like
Kiss
that.
me through the phone.
Those was good times, man. So it's those things, man.
Man.
But nah, man, congratulations to me and my wife, man. Celebrate 18 years.
It's a beautiful
married,
thing,
man.
man.
Love Sabrina. We get on each other's nerves, but I love her.
Many more.
Yeah,
you had an awesome weekend this weekend, man. I love the family pictures that you took. I like how offset it was. I love how offset wife was right here, you was in the back, kids was enjoying and doing what they was doing at Top Golf.
I'm always, however we take the picture, it's gonna be me and my wife, kids. Just that dynamic. I've seen that years ago. Make sure you and your wife stay together. It's a symbolism type thing.
I was gonna
not the kids in between y'all, because that symbolizes that the kids can come in between them. So I make sure that me and her are together, and the kids, because it's all just the whole family picture. And
but the funny part, I almost got her mixed in with Aaliyah. Like I think Aaliyah was sitting at the end somewhere.
She was in front.
Yeah, no, Aaliyah, your daughter. I mean, your wife is right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I thought I didn't look. I looked at it like,
I think she ain't that short.
No, they were sitting down. You guys were sitting down. I'm like, hey, is that Aaliyah? No, okay.
No. You talking about the golfing?
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about the other one.
No, I was about to go to that one too. But I was talking. That's when I said Top Golf.
Top Golf. There you go. Yeah, we was at the table enjoying. It was good. It was pretty good.
Yeah, man. That's dope, man.
Weekend,
family time, man. What you do this weekend?
This weekend, peace. That's it. I didn't go nowhere. I sat at home. Me and my son sat there and chilled. Started getting acquainted with one another. Teaching him what self-love was, and sleep when you can't get sleep, and just him being him.
Yeah,
and we're trying to figure out what high school. We're trying. Me and his mom trying to figure out what high school we want him to go to. It's between 2 or 3. The one I really want him to go to, I kind of got notched down because of the football coach when he was at a certain program. He's going to be a head coach over there, and when he was at the program that he was in, where we were, he wasn't honest with Pitt to give the players the right playing time and all the other stuff, and he was always putting his son before everybody else. And at the end of the year, miraculously, his son got MVP. So now he's going to coach at his new school. High school that I really, really wanted him to go to because I know they had a good program for cheerleaders, football, and just throughout.
Hey man,
especially with academics. So.
Yeah, I forgot to mention I went on a cruise, man. I went on a cruise with the wife. It was cool. I think it was spring break, so there was a lot of damn kids out there, man. And they was in the pool. The water was dirty.
Like little kids.
A lot of
little
kids.
kids.
It was some they were spread out, but it was like a lot of kids. It was still cool, man. I think I'm past the cruise thing. I want to start going on bigger trips. I mean, we went on other few vacations, but I want to start going international trips. I mean, a little bit more.
Definitely.
Got your passport? Something and a few. Yeah, I'm about to get that now because I got to go to Ty and wedding coming up. But yeah, but that's on the this year. Like I want to start doing, go somewhere. I think we're going there next year in Mexico for their wedding, but I want to try to do something later this year too.
Did I show y'all my passport photo?
No.
See that? You didn't see it?
That's all right.
Yeah, it's bad. James Brown bad.
Wait, you was growing your hair?
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah, because they make you no, because you got to take off your glasses, you got to take off your hat, and you just have to sit there. Because when I worked at CVS, you had to take. You can't have.
Oh, you thought you could wear a hat there or something? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, they like that's out.
Yeah, they came out, baby, please.
But that's cool because anywhere you go internationally, they gonna send your ass home. He definitely ain't.
He can't come in here.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Nah, that's cool, man.
No, by saying that though, it's funny that you said that. Actually, the funny part, all my kids got their passports. Only one who got their passports is me. But one of my younger son, Carter's friend girl. Mother, every year she said that she takes her daughter international for her birthday. She said, you know how we get wrapped up and just want to throw a birthday party? Right. She said, nah. She said what she does is she take between like $1,200 and $1,500 and go wherever. And I was talking to my kids. Carter, he want to do the cruise, but I was talking to Xavier and he want to go to Dubai. So. That's something that I was looking into in Dubai. It's not expensive at all, bro.
Yeah, traveling is, man. Gotta get that going.
Life is about creating moments, man. Yeah. Create moments and memories and everything else, man. Family, create moments and memories. Everything else don't matter, man.
Yeah, like the round trip was like $900, bro. Like a room, like a decent room for 4 nights, 5 nights, $500. I was like, shit. So that's what I'm planning at the end of the year, and plus the time to go for his birthday is the best time, they said, in December to go to Dubai.
Yeah, we went on a cruise. It was cool. On them cruises you eat, sleep, and do the nasty basically. Like
how many? I was like, nigga did the nasty the whole time. Roll over, did nasty.
Yeah, pretty much that's what you do on them cruises. We went to Ensenada too. That we actually got off in Ensenada. We went on the bar hopping. Yeah, the little thing, and it was cool. The first one we went on, man, they gave us like a gang of shots. I mean, so we was fucked up off the first thing. And
did y'all pay for the drink package?
No. We I'll talk to you after the show.
They was
drinking though.
They was drinking, but we was drinking.
Yeah, we didn't pay for nothing. Nah. But yeah. So we went to that thing. And then they gave us a gang of shots. I ended up buying. You could buy like Mexican tequila, which is real smooth.
I was about to say the smoother, harsher.
Smooth. They got a gang of different ones, so I bought one. I still got it in there, but
so you able to bring it?
Yeah. You just got to give them to the boat when you come back. Give it to the people on the boat. They'll give it to you the morning when you leave. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But
how many? I apologize.
You only could get that was my next question. 2 up to 2. Or person? 3, I believe.
Per person or per?
I think per person.
Okay.
Up to 3, I think, and then it becomes like they charge you every ounce, so much every ounce. But it was cool, man. Mexico was cool, man. We went to a couple bars, ate and everything like that. I've been to Mexico when me and Brena and them drove over there. That was cool too. But that was fun, man.
I seen something on the news or some platform saying that going into Mexico now can be difficult. Yeah, you got to fill out, a visa
when you drive over.
Yeah,
you drive over. I think that now they're making you use your passport now.
Well, you need more than that. You need that, and then you fill out a visa. So,
well, like you want to live there?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That first time driving over there, I was a little nervous. Like, we good? Then coming home, I'm looking like,
right.
We belong over here, and because you got to stop, and they be looking and shit, and But that was fun driving over. But we had a little chaperone, Irma and her boyfriend, and they took us everywhere and gave us some of the best tour, man, with the best food and all that. Because this one, the food was okay, but yeah, man.
Just tell her. Oh, go ahead.
So getting into another part of my weekend, man. It was interesting, man. I've been searching for my pops, man, for
Yeah,
for
we'd like
a
to get into
while.
that.
I started taking it serious, I say in like 2020, when I signed up for the ancestry.com and I did the swab thing for the DNA test and everything like that. It came back. Couldn't really find nobody, man. I probably didn't find nobody from my I mean, I found people, but as far as that was closely related to me, into like 2021, and I found my cousin, which was, I believe he's my first cousin. He is my first cousin, but it's my dad's brother son. You know what I mean? I found him. We was talking, but he didn't know his dad either. You know what I mean? Oh, he knew his dad, but his dad was in jail.
Okay.
And his dad was in jail for killing his sister. Mind you,
Wow.
I didn't find out, man. I probably well, I don't want to say it on here, but that side is wild, man. that side of his family is wild, man. This was which I've learned recently. But a couple years go by, I got I messaged another lady named Donna. She was my cousin. She was the second closest related to me. This is how I found my dad. I mean, the second person I messaged her. She ended up messaging me back. I think before I left for my trip, and she FaceTime and she was like, yeah, we related. She was like, well, I'm gonna call some people, but I do have some Browns or whatever like that. I do know some Browns in my family, but that's for my granddad. Her granddad is a Brown. She said, my granddad killed
Family full of killers.
I'm like, wait, what?
What's up, killer?
We see why your raps be killing
She was
shit.
like, my granddad, I don't know if he killed his son's baby mom or somebody, but I don't know, man. She was like, so I don't really mess with that side of the family like that, man.
man.
She was like, they wild. But
But let me. Brown is somewhat of a common name, so it, like doing the ancestry, it trickled down and it detailed people you knew. I mean, not you knew, but you found out was connected somehow.
DNA.
just, I mean, they
but
tell you they tell you whether it's maternal or paternal, so you know if it's from your dad's side. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's not all Browns, but it's some
Right.
it's other people other than Browns that's connected to me. Like, I mean, but
Nah, because this is a boatload of Browns.
But yeah, so anyway, she and when I got to my trip, she I think the second day I was there, she messaged me. She was like, "Oh, you on your vacation?" She was like, "Well, I got some good news and bad news." She was like, "Well, we found out about your dad, but he died. So he died in February of 2024."
Wow.
And I was like, I was like, just tell me. She was like, "Yeah, he died in 2024 February." And she said she had talked to his niece, and she told him what the case was, that I was looking. And she was basically, sometime when she was like, "Well, I ain't trying to bring that kind of drama on." She kind of was like apprehensive of giving. She didn't want to bring no drama, I guess. You know what I mean? And I get that.
What she would think is drama, and that's understandable.
Right. But she was like, "Well, I don't." Donna, which is my cousin, she was like, "Well, I don't think he don't want nothing. He's just trying to find his people." Like, you know what I mean? And she was telling her, like, she been doing a lot for me. She was like, she told her, she was like, if I had to go around you, I will. He's just trying to get to know his relatives and stuff like that. But she talked to somebody. She was like, "Oh, this is how I put it together." When she told me he died, because she had told me prior to he died. When she told me he died, she had talked to the niece after that, and she called me and told me, yeah, like he died, and I had looked him up, deaths in Houston around that time, and I seen that I seen a clip. It's a news clip showing he died in a fire. He died. He had oxygen mask. I think he was smoking a cigarette. It caught fire with the what is that?
Oxygen.
The hose, the oxygen.
Yeah, the hose. He threw it off, and then the fire went to the tank, and then I guess this whole house caught on fire. They got him out of there, but he was dead. I mean, I think he died at the hospital. But I saw the clip, and for some reason, I'm looking at this picture, and I'm like, this probably him. I mean, this probably him. So sure enough, when I talked to her again, she said, the niece said, "Oh, my uncle died in February." Like, I mean, and that clip said he died in February. So sure enough, that was my dad that died in February in the fire, man. So I mean, at least I got to find pictures, because that's my whole thing, bro. I always wanted to see where I came from. I wanted to just see a picture.
Right.
And from my understanding, you didn't know nothing about who, anything.
Only thing I had was a name.
Yeah.
You know, only thing I had was a name. My mom and him met.
David, right?
He was David. His name was David. My mom and him met. He was in the he was in the Navy, stationed out in Long Beach. They met, had a quick relationship. They stayed together and everything. I think they broke up, and he gave her information. He gave her his information, and the information got lost. But he has a common name. What he didn't probably give was the social and all that. I don't know. His name is so common. He told her he was from Houston and all that, but he knew I was. She was pregnant with me, but that's all he knew. So yeah, so I guess I don't know if he went back to Houston or whatever. Evidently he did, because that's where he was. But yeah, I always wanted to see where I came from, and then to wonder, nigga, was you looking for me, nigga? Like you knew I was, you know.
And, you know, that's the tough part, because you don't even get to ask any questions.
Right. And it's crazy because so many years I used to go on Facebook looking for a David Brown. I went on Facebook since then and found 3 of his profiles. And I'm like, now that I got a face, it's like, it's easy, right? He got other kids. I mean, I've been trying to get in touch with them, and I don't know if it's old pages or not. I've sent messages and try to request. They seem like they all like, but these like real Texas grills. They like they really in Houston, like, nah, man.
Right.
Hey, we might have to make a trip to Houston.
Even my cousin Donna, she older. She was like, "Yeah, you should come." She's like, "Hey, cousin." She's super cool. So I definitely want to go out there. I'm trying to see if I can make some more connections.
It'd be that one connection that you get. That'd be the coolest one. That very first one, because like I had family members in Lancaster, in Sacramento, contact me. And I'm like, because I'm thinking I was the only Duluth in America. Because I mean, every state we lived in, no Duluth. And then all of a sudden there's a boatload of us in Fresno, Sacramento, Lancaster. So I understand it, but it was just cool that all the cousins was cool.
Yeah.
Then all of my grandfather's brothers, all of them was cool.
Yeah, social media definitely helps you. My name is not common at all, and you know I got a family that I never met. That's you befriend and all that stuff, but there's no conversation. That's the only thing.
So would you want it to be conversation?
Yeah, I do.
Because I know some people who don't give a fuck about.
No, it's see the difference with our situation is my father wasn't around. I knew who he was. He was in a different state. He didn't come out. He sent tapes and stuff like that of him playing piano and shit like that, but he just never came out. So in the later years, I was already grown, so I was just like, whatever.
Right.
But I still, at the point, I'm like, okay, let's move on from that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where we can go from that. But I was already working at my family, so it was kind of hard to sit and connect. But
I think when me, I always I always had my dad, and it's like I can go to Vegas and be like, oh, Dad, let's kick it, you know. But it's never been like, you know, you want your dad to come and look for you, not even look, but like contact you. I ain't never had that, so I think I live without it so much to where
I've said that before. I said like, I felt a certain way at one point. Like maybe I should have, continued the relationship before he passed. But my cousin responded and said, no, the parent is supposed to set the tone, which is true. But still, it's like I could have just did that and asked all the questions that I want to, because now I'm thinking about it. Like, what happened? Why was this? This is that. I'm getting a perspective from my mom's, which is cool. But there's another side as well.
And it's funny to me. It's funny to me why I've never thought about this. That's on social media now. Why don't you ask your dad what happened? You know what I mean? Because we never want our mamas to hurt or go through anything to where we were just on mom's side. It's like, but we never asked Dad what happened. How come you guys didn't make it? Or it's like me. I honestly, my dad's still alive today. In Vegas, thriving, doing what he do. I still don't know half the stuff about my dad that I need to know.
But it's still gonna be, her side, his side. It's still gonna be that. So
no, I'd rather have that. I'd rather hear it out. You know what I mean? Like, what happened? How come y'all didn't do this or that or this or like even when like I said, I knew my dad until I was 10 years old, and then after 10, that's when we left Las Vegas. Right. But even within that time, I never really learned who my dad was.
Yeah.
Like I knew he was a wrestler. Like he went to El Dorado. He won state twice. He was a good wrestler, and he's still in the wrestling now with the county of Las Vegas or the city of Las Vegas. So I know that about him, but like personal stuff, I just found out that his middle name was Purnell. Purnell. I never knew that. But it just how I hate how the black society and fathers have progressed within the last 15. I mean, no, back then when we were younger into now. But I love how you have the black community now, black fathers stepping up.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we start feeling a certain way, and we want better.
Yeah.
You know, people want better, and that's not to say that they didn't want better. Then it's just certain things that happened in people's lives that made them make the decisions that they made. You know, so I don't want to put. It's always an explanation. Sometimes it might be an excuse, but there's always an explanation from another side. So.
I rather hear the excuse. I want to hear the explanation. I want to hear why, you know, what it is. Mm-hmm. So
I was trying to gather a picture to show everybody, but I'll see.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Go ahead.
Do your thing. Go ahead. But no, but that's like honestly, that's like the next topic, and that's what I like the next topic with the father and the son, with the father the son who wanted to go to prom and the father who took him in the purple.
Yeah, I seen that. I didn't read, but I just seen the title. I didn't read into it or anything.
No. I honestly liked it. Why? Because from what it was stating, it was saying that dad was a Muslim. You know, he was a real serious Muslim, and he wasn't. You know how Muslims don't like gay or anything about being gay, but he stepped outside his religion and stepped into love, just being there for his son.
So his son was gay.
Yes.
Okay.
His son was gay. So I guess he didn't. The son, he dressed out, but he didn't have a prom date, and his dad ended up taking him. Just showing support. That's all it was. Showing support, and you know what I mean.
Well,
first
he drove him.
Drove him.
He was a chaperone. Yeah, he drove him to the prom. He didn't actually go with him.
So he wasn't okay.
Yeah.
So, but what I liked about it was just that the dad showed up. That's how I looked at it.
And he dressed up kind of similar to what the boy had on, same colors. You know.
Got it. Yeah, like we said before, man. You want the support from your family. Period. You know, that's a big thing, especially from pops.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the pops in the background that he came from, and that's all I took from it. I wasn't gonna put more on it, take less off, or put what everybody else is putting on it. I kept it simple.
Yeah. I can't. I don't know if I've ever gotten. How do you feel about finding your pops? Like, do you feel like some type of emotions with it?
I think I'm still kind of like
processing.
Yeah, processing everything because I'm still in I guess I just went right to the next thing. Okay, I can't talk to him. What's next? Let me continue to go on. So I'm still in research mode and stuff like that, investigation mode. So I ain't really, but I noticed that I'm stuck on it. Like in the middle of the night, that's what I'm doing. Like I mean, so it ain't. I think it's just now. Just waiting so long, man, just getting the little information I got is just more so motivating me to keep going and try to find out more. So I ain't really processed that as far as him, that I guess it's like, damn, you can't miss what you never had. I ain't gonna lie, it's like, damn, it's like what I think about, damn, if I'd have caught it like a couple years sooner, it's like, damn, you know what I mean? Just to have a conversation with him.
That was my next question.
Yeah, but I don't think it hit me yet. Like as far
I think
as
that's the main thing, bro. I never see myself getting emotional about it. It's just questions I won't answer, but getting emotional and sad, I've never been that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I can't say that's a wrong feeling, but it wasn't there.
I mean, I guess how could it be? Like, I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know people be reaching out, man, that's messed up. You know, if you want to talk over there, I get it, because that's a natural thing to do. But it's like, I guess I'm not. Like, I mean, because it's just like, it's just information. Like, damn, okay. I always kind of had in the back of my mind, what if he died? I mean, what if he did and not here? So
I think that's all of us at one point in time.
Right.
Like, damn, if he did, then it's like, how would I feel?
Yeah, and what's next?
Would I regret something? Would I, you know what I mean? And then it's like, you know, I go into those progressions. Like, even when I didn't see my dad for like a couple of years and nobody was telling me about him, I was like, all right, if he did, he did. It is what it is. So what's the next step?
And then I low key, bro, I always felt like I wanted to know my siblings. Not like I say a little bit more. I kind of wanted to know. I wanted to see where I came from, but as far as I kind of wanted to know the siblings, and I felt like I can get to closer to them, like I mean, and get to know them. You know what I mean?
Same thing. I got an older sister, and I had an older brother, which he passed away. It would have been nice to know them. I never met my sister. I think my sister Elena, she met her, but for me, I never met her. If I did, I don't remember.
Is she still alive?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you still having contact with her?
No, we're friends on Facebook.
That don't mean nothing.
I'm just look, I bro. If it happens, it happens. That's just kind of right. There's no love or like I don't dislike her or anything. I just don't know her.
Right, but I'm just saying.
And that's what's weird too, because as I'm like trying to request these people and stuff, I don't know if anybody's seen it or they ain't. Because I would think if you see the Brown last name, you would accept the request. I don't know if these are old pages or not, but it's like. Then I'm like, damn, they don't know me. I don't know them. It's
Right,
like,
right.
what if they
don't
like,
wanna say
man,
that?
yeah, like, man, I like, you know what I mean? Like, what if they like, fuck you, nigga, we don't know you, or nigga, how we know you telling the truth or anything like that?
But see, I've talked to some people like that, and I know a few who just said, I don't care. It's like my ex. She was like she found her dad had like 8 more kids, and she's like, I don't give a fuck about none of them.
That's what I'm saying. Some people, especially if he out there. Because I think he had 5 kids or if not more, I don't know. But it's like, if that's just what he do, he got different women and stuff like that. Maybe they used to it. Like, all right, niggas, okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they ain't even trying to like, nigga, we old now. We ain't trying to get to know you, nigga. Like, I mean, what you want from us? Like type shit. Like, you know. And, you know, I guess I could, you know, I wouldn't do that if it was me. But I can understand how some people could be like that. You know what I mean? Because shit, it's like we didn't went this far. Maybe they ain't had the best relationship with him. So how you expect us to have a relationship with you? True. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then who gonna make the first move? Who gonna come see who first?
And then it's like, you know, perspective, man. It's like he knew, even though he could have made the step to come, you know, and see stuff, but he still he built a family. So it's hard to say that he was a deadbeat. You know, people, you know, tend to put that title on a lot of people. Deadbeat dad and stuff like that. Now, I don't know the situation, why he didn't, you know what I'm saying? But
right. And that's why I be thinking, you knew, I don't know if he, what information he had on my mom. My mom, I know her middle name, what they called her, Joyce, is like, if you put her name together, she don't have a super common name. So,
right.
I mean, her first name common, but I mean, like, her whole name. I don't know what he knew or whatever. And that's probably a couple of things I want to ask him. Like, hey, did you ever try? Or would you ever, I mean, how was you able to maneuver through life thing, or did you give up? Like, fuck it. Like, I mean, and, you know, but, you know, let me see if I can pull up this picture, man.
And it's easier to get information nowadays, man. You know, technology is crazy.
Right. That's why it's like kind of crazy that, so this is my dad, y'all. That's my dad. I put a picture next to us so you can kind of compare and you can kind of see. We definitely look alike. Got the ear that stick out. That little that little right ear right there, man, kind of stick out. And I think he told my mom that back in the days, like all his kids kind of had that ear and shit like that. But yeah, that's Pops, man.
Yeah,
that's Pops. It's definitely Pops. Like, and that's what my cousin was telling her. Like, she was like, well, it got to be some truth to it because he's coming up high, like related to me and Charles Brown, which. That like we both connected to him, which is his brother and all that. So, you know, but
that's dope, man.
Yeah, man, that's Pops, man. But gotta do some more digging, see what I can come up with. You know what I mean? And we'll go from there, man. But yeah,
So
I guess I
what
just
are you truly looking for?
to end that off, man. More the siblings. I mean, to end that off, man. I never thought I would do it. I thought I was just gonna die without ever figuring that out. And that was a missing puzzle piece that I did want to connect before
That's
I
good
left this
because
world.
that's something for you. That's something for your soul that can be closed.
Right. So
That's good.
some closure. You know what I mean? Some closure. Yeah, man. But so yeah, that was an eventful weekend, man, anniversary and all that, man. But you know, we're gonna keep on pushing. I'll give y'all some updates. I might do a little reaction video to the little news story and everything like that and dive a little bit deeper into it. But
You know, that's something that's a lot of that is. Well, I can't say. I'll just speak for some things that I know. Family is like it's different nowadays. I remember a lot of shit like people, men being in their lives, whether it's uncles,
Yeah.
brothers, fathers,
That's
like
not
whatever
no
the case. Like I remember that, and it's like now it's just different. Everybody want to be to themselves. You know what I'm saying? And then
what brought that apart? I mean, what brought that though?
relationships with people, getting into it over silly shit, pretty much, and then just being distance. Then you get the stepfathers, because I even thought that too. I'm thinking like, I wonder if that was something that I haven't asked my mom, but I wonder if that was something that was in play where my stepfather wasn't feeling my father to where he wouldn't come around, because that's a thing too.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that nigga ain't coming over here. I wonder if that was a play too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It could have been. I mean, and yeah. Because my mom, she was, I think, my brother's dad, they was together, and then I don't know if they broke up or he was locked up, and then, you know what I mean? We don't know, man. And then parents was young back then and stuff like that, in their 20s and stuff like that, early on. You know how relationships go, and I think as I grew older and learned relationships,
you start understanding this shit.
Understand, man.
I was about to say that understanding from a 20-year-old back then is that the 20-year-old understanding now. Even when we were 20. Like, when my mom had me, bro, I still think my mom was lost when she had me. Even after she had me. Like, with her first 3 kids, we all by 3 different men. It was like, I think my mom was just lost.
Man, growing and getting your mind right is a lifetime, man.
Yes.
It's not age specific. Like, when you hit 40, you got it all together. You hit 50,
no.
You got it. Nah, it's a lifetime,
no.
bro.
We still figuring it out to this day. That's why I have so much grace for my parents back
Most
then.
definitely.
Because just imagine in your 20s,
and
you not really like locked in. It's like you trying to figure it out. You dating, like, as opposed to us, we kind of was, together with our spouse for a minute, like, but you date and try to figure it out, and things happen, man, and you can't lose contact. Things happen. So I do have grace for both my parents, and that's why I never would have been like, it would have just been a conversation. I wouldn't have been coming with no animosity or anything like that. It would just been just questions I had, But
you had a stepfather. I had a stepfather. You had a stepfather?
No, because my brothers, and that's the thing too. Like, I used to kind of envy my brother because he knew his dad. Because my older brother didn't know his dad either. I mean, like,
Yeah, you know what it is? It is a lot of envy when you have multiple kids with multiple fathers. Like, I was mad at my sister and them because their daddy was my stepdaddy.
yeah.
But I still loved him like he was my daddy because he took care of me.
Yeah, see, my brother, his dad, we knew him, but I mean, his dad, he was fighting his battles, and he was kind of, he was kind of, jail and fighting his demons and stuff like that. So, my brother liked to say, like, yeah, I knew my dad, but shit, sometimes it could have been better off that I didn't. It ain't like they had the best relationships, or he saw, because his dad went through, when your dad a hood legend, and you hear all the stories about how your dad is, and he this and that, but then when you see him, he's like a fraction of that. Like, I mean, and I think that's what my brother went through. Like, his dad was like, muscle bound, big dude, just around the hood as this dude, but then as he growing older, he's seeing, the bad parts, and he ain't seeing that. So it's just like, damn, I heard you was this and that, and then this is what I see. So, we all, my brother knew his dad, but huh?
It's mine, right?
Yeah.
So you didn't have a relationship with him, but you had a relationship with your stepfather.
No, I had I mean, he wasn't like in the house like that. Like, I mean, but he was in and out. Like, he didn't like live with us like that. I mean,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I do remember like uncles and like they would take you places. You know what I'm saying? Or where the boys at? Bring the boys on. You know what I'm saying? I remember that. So you had a relationship with your stepfather.
I have a better relationship with my stepfather with my stepfather than I do my real father.
Of course, yeah, we know that. Yeah. So
and like I said, and even with him is like he was one of those ones. My stepfather's one of those ones to where he didn't care about my dad being around, or like you said, did he chase him out? Nah. You know what? I would say one of them though. He didn't like my little brother's Marvin's dad. Now he chased that nigga around. He chased that nigga off because he knew he wasn't no good.
Because my mom is divorced now. She got divorced when I was, damn near a grown person. Well, I was grown. But I would wonder, like, if it would happen when I was a little kid, like, hey, would the relationship still be there with the stepfather? Like, do stepfathers still keep the relationship with the kids after the relationship with the mother is done.
You think that's cool? Like if you was a step, I mean, is it
Depends
okay?
on how close you are to the to the child.
Me,
Because that could be traumatic, just to end everything, because that's somebody that you're looking up to.
Right.
And from the man, that's somebody that you guiding. So just to end it, because that's, I see where the conflict can be, especially if she move on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think
because if you say you the mom, you move on, you got a whole new dude that's playing stepdaddy. But I was with these kids for 10 years, you know what I mean? And I consider these as my kids.
Right.
Now that's my situation.
Now
that was my situation, not now. But
the mom, as the mother, do she allow the prior stepdad to stay in the kid's life?
I would say, well, since I experienced it already, when with her too, once she left, I had to let them go. I wanted to stay in their lives, but I know once she went on to the next, it was like it was discrepancy because of how I took care of them.
That's right, because you were a stepdaddy.
Yeah,
and you was someone raised as a stepfather with a stepfather.
So with her youngest son, I got him when he was 2 all the way until he was 10, maybe even 11. So it was like he was my first son before I had my own son. So it was like, you know what I mean? I raised him. It was just me and him. It was just him and I. Mm. And sometimes, they go with their dad whenever, who the dad is, whenever he came around. Mm. But it was just him and I. Mm. But once the mom left and she decided to do what she did, I wanted to have a relationship with him, but I knew it was best not to.
So you think it's best to let go?
Yeah, because at the end of you're gonna.
What if the kid wanted to keep?
If it was the kids. I mean, this is just me. 9 times out of 10, the kid is gonna say, "My mom." You know what I mean? They gonna go with mom. Then mom is gonna make an excuse to where this and this and that. Now if they both call me to this day and say, "Hey, I still have a relationship with him." Mm-hmm. But once the mother left, and then the mother started saying other stuff, and they went, I had to let it go for my well-being because I was stressing out more that I wasn't there for them at that point in time.
Do you think it could play a part with the type of mother they have? Because the kids tend to lean towards their mom if they hear their mom speaking ill towards you, or saying things about you to where they talking down on you or whatever like that. But if you break up and they don't hear the arguments and they don't see it, they just know that y'all not together no more. But it's respect there, y'all still respectful and stuff like that. It's like, well, this is still somebody y'all respect and stuff like that. Maybe the kids will be okay with coming around and stuff like that.
So every year, this had to happen. Like the first 5 years that they left, I didn't talk to them. But for a couple of years, it is what it is. But we now text each other maybe like once every year on birthdays. Just say, hey, happy birthday. How the kids good. All right. That's it.
Oh, you and the kids, or you and
the mother?
You and the
mother, okay. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, What if it was the other way around? Like,
honestly, I would have still been on, but like if the kids wanted to keep me, and I would still been there.
Yeah, but would you drop your kids off at your ex house?
Yeah, because you trying to you trying to do what's best for the kids, and you don't want to see your kids in an emotional state.
Exactly.
So if they like, I want to go.
Yeah.
You like cut that shit off.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like
because when she leave and then move on and then it's another dude.
Right.
Yeah.
You ain't sending your kids over there like that. Nah, we ain't doing that.
Nah. Like I think it was at one point in time. It was early. It was like the first year she was gone. Her daughter called me just to talk to my.
What's up, Yaz? Yaz watching us. She's what's up, Yaz?
Yeah, but she called me. And then me and her daughter had a cool relationship, but she loved the fuck out of Xavier. She just wanted to talk to Xavier.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man. All right, man. Let's move it on, man. Malik Yoba. I know it's a little old, but man, I seen that he wanted to be identified as non-white.
Non-white.
What
Yeah,
the-
as a non-white man.
Non-white.
I'm not black.
You
man.
non-white, right? Is that what you mark on? Is that what you mark on?
Non-white.
Hey, what you mark on the thing?
I don't. Yeah, I mark other.
Hey, you know what? On the application, I did that and he got a call back.
Nah, look, man, look. What he's saying, I get what he's trying to say. None of that shit matter once they see you.
No.
What is he trying to say? Because I didn't get it.
Because he's saying, I don't know if you got the clip, but he's saying like I don't consider myself black no more because that's how they identify you. Like you talking about the application. So you put black, now there's no point in the DEI and all that shit. It don't matter because once you go for an interview, they gonna see that you black.
Malik, nigga.
Yeah, like
And it's in the name.
Malik Yoba.
Right.
So he's speaking in terms of
Yeah.
that, like,
Yeah.
but I mean, why put non-white then? Why identify as non-white?
Because now for him, what he's saying is it's either black or white. That's how he's presented it. Like everybody should be non-white.
So instead of black,
you want to keep it.
So he telling everybody
just
else,
one race then?
right? Exactly.
Just one
So
superior
he
race.
telling
like-
everybody else to dismiss their race and their ethnicity and their background. And
So we're
stuff.
gonna just leave
We're
white?
just gonna say white or non-white man.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
man.
Malik Yoba tripping, man. He tripping, bro.
Because at the end of the day, they still gonna see, even on the paper, other. All right, we know they're not white.
Have you ever marked something up or
Yep.
not have not checked it? Because this ain't
Bro, I can't even,
optional.
The last application was where I'm at now, and that's almost 20 years. So
Yeah.
I can't. And then other than that, nah, it was just FedEx black, and just black.
But I mean, even like when you do applications credit, they ask you that shit on a lot of applications now. Like,
yeah.
So it's like
They even ask you
I
two or
don't
three
see
times, three different ways.
I don't see the point in it. Like, what's the point?
right, especially if it's optional. What the fuck y'all
Right,
need to know for?
right.
Oh, when it's optional, I don't push it.
I mean,
No, they say optional, but then if you talk to them like, you didn't check Malik's.
yeah, you see that clip? He was like, nigga, that
you the-
Instagram clip. He was like, "What sports do you like?"
Right. He was quiet and then he heard the fire alarm.
Yeah, he was like, "Nigga, you black." I ain't gonna
Last
lie.
He said, that's gonna be a no.
Right. I was doing interviews one day, man, and at home on a computer or whatever. I was in the house and shit, and I was, set up, and the guy, we had the interviewee on, and I was like, "Everything good? You hear everything good?" And he was like, "Yeah, I can hear everything except for that beeping in the background." I'm like, "What beeping?"
Yeah.
Think about smoke the time. I'm like,
Got your
"Oh
ass.
shit!"
Got you, bitch.
So I had
He
to
gonna
come
start
outside.
talking to you like, "What's up, bro? You gonna give me the job? What's up, bro?"
Yeah,
How you
I had
gonna
to
do?
come in the garage. I'm
Hey.
like, damn, because you don't hear it. When
I
you
hate
hear it,
talking to
so-
people who don't change their goddamn battery and they
I changed like 3 of them yesterday, but it kept beeping. I'm like, what the hell? Why is it beeping? Then come to find out, you got to change the whole alarm system. But
Yeah, man. Fucking
I don't know why
I
we
was talking-
procrastinate with that though. Like we'll let that shit beep for months,
Right.
Before
Mhm.
we
I know
put some
somebody
damn-
right now. Big, like if you don't change the battery.
Cause you stop hearing it, man. You stop hearing that
You
shit,
get
man.
used to it, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like what beep?
All right, man. Next up, man. What's going on? Should a religion?
What
Should
you
a
talking,
religion
what you
take?
talking about?
Should a religion take precedence over loving your
Oh,
child?
that's what
unconditionally?
that's one of I was talking about with the gay son and the dad, because the dad is
Okay.
So
I
the
got
dad, like I stated, the dad was Muslim, but all the Muslim people was like that shouldn't even came about because your religion become before your kids, and I'm like, bro, that's why I'm not religious.
Would y'all take y'all son to the prom?
Yeah,
you. Would I take my son to the prom?
I mean,
well,
drive him, yeah.
I'll drop him off. Yeah,
no, I mean, I mean, like your
I'll
son.
be a chauffeur. Yeah,
Yeah, if he was in a dress.
yeah.
Yeah.
If he
But
was-
you know what? This takes some growing on me though.
the young man was in a dress.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't see it.
Yeah, what do you think the story was about?
No, I just,
Hold on, I'm
like,
gonna show-
I
hold on.
didn't even know that he was gay, but
Yeah.
once he explained it to me, but I didn't know he was gay.
He was in a dressed like a female, right?
Yeah,
Turn the
Leave your
music off.
phone, man.
man.
Yeah,
Man, it's just how it goes.
Yeah, it was in a dress, purple dress, and I think the father dressed up in a suit, purple suit, and he chaperoned him in like a car or whatever like that. So my question is, if your son,
So if you obviously he already accepted it. So
I know because that's the thing that the woman was saying he was apprehensive about it. He wasn't really rocking with it, and the son didn't think he would show up at all. The son didn't think he would show up at all to support, and then he popped out.
When Pops popped out, I was like, I got
Popped
you.
out, same colors and everything
right,
like that,
right,
and chaperoned him on. So that's why the son started crying and everything like
Got
that,
it.
because he was surprised that he even showed up. Period.
Yeah,
And
they
not
just-
only did he
him
show
support
up,
his son.
he dressed up and everything like that. So
Salute, man. Salute.
Yeah.
But like I said, he already accepted his son being who he was. So
Exactly.
I don't
Go
know
on.
if he accepted him though.
he had to, bro. Like he had to.
You're not gonna do that if you haven't accepted.
Yeah. Like I mean, to that.
I mean,
No. To that point, to actually dress up.
You can
like,
support without accepting though.
I mean, of course, you don't
You
accept.
can support a moment. What I mean.
You don't accept the lifestyle because of what you believe. A lot of us don't. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like we turning away from our kids. Like we spoke
Right,
about this
which you
before.
shouldn't, yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to turn away from our kids. So he accepted it that his son is what it is.
So would y'all do the same?
yep.
Yeah, if that's
Well, you put a tutu on, so you definitely.
Yeah, most definitely.
But that was for your daughter. No?
Yeah.
you ain't got no socks on, bro. What you doing, man?
Don't worry about it while I'm doing it.
Just in the Jordans.
I got two pair like this.
Jordan
So
never did that, man.
they did.
I know
Yeah.
your feet is funky,
And no, they not.
ashy and shit.
Actually, yes, I got out the shower.
I can't. That's wild. Okay. Okay, man. Y'all heard about it. So this been going viral a little bit earlier in the week, man, about the dad that left his kids, man.
Yeah.
He left them in the McDonald's for about I think it was like almost 2 hours. Like, I mean, and I believe this was in New York somewhere. I don't know. But he left them in that McDonald's for 2 hours. When the mother came and saw the kids, because one of the older kids, the kids was 10 and down. The 10-year-old messaged the mother on Facebook or whatever, or so doing social media, told him where they was. The mother came. Supposedly he was supposed to be dropping off a bag or something like that, and he claimed that he was doing a job interview. Turns out that this happened between 4 and 6 o'clock. The job interview was at 1, so they did say he did it. The bank said he did a job interview, but that was
So
at 1
it was
o'clock.
okay. So it was other shit.
Other shit he got going on, and then his thing was, I was dropping off a bag, but I had dropped my ID along the way, so I was going back and forth to find my ID.
No. So it's funny. When
We hit the
I
AC,
seen
it's a little chilly in there.
Yeah.
We can turn it up. Yeah.
when I seen this when I was looking because they brought it up on the Breakfast Club, and he was telling the truth. He wasn't. So initially, he had an interview at McDonald's, but it wasn't supposed to be on spot. So what happened was the McDonald's gave him the interview on the spot.
So he had a bank interview.
Yeah, he had a
earlier
bank
today.
interview. They only across the street from each other.
Okay.
So he was going between the two. So what happened was the manager at McDonald's wanted to say, "Hey, I give you an interview on the spot," and I guess he was ruffling between going back and forth. And I guess he did drop his ID, but even the McDonald's manager said that he wasn't supposed to have his interview that day.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't did the GoFundMe and everything like that. But my thing is,
I've heard that whatever he was doing, he came and was checking on him back and forth and stuff like that.
So what happened was the interview. So he sat there. So the interview was 30 minutes, and he went. And I guess he told the manager, "I'll be right back. I got something." Because I wasn't supposed to. It was so spur of the moment thing. He went back to check on the kids. He see that the kids was good, and then he went back.
okay.
That kind of speaks to a lot though, because now it's like, okay, so what's the relationship between him and the moms, the baby moms? Because why wasn't you comfortable enough to say, hey, I got this interview or I got these things, come get them real quick? Why wouldn't
I
you
don't think
comfortable
was she at work or
I don't know. She ended up
I
coming
don't-
after,
yeah, I
and I
don't know
thought
what-
they said he was dropping a bag off to the baby mama's mom or something like that. I don't know. But I get the interview stuff, but what's more important than watch? I can't leave my kids nowhere.
nah?
And at a public place.
public place? At that.
They've been in an interview with me, especially
Ain't
if it's not right. I wasn't supposed to have my interview right then and there. Nah, I got my kids in the car. I'll be right back. Oh, and then the manager should have just said, "Hey, we could do it on the time that you needed it."
I don't trust leaving my kid. Like if Aiden be playing out here, I'm like Aiden, because I don't know these neighbors like that. They can hit the wall, like you know what I mean. Or if I'm in the house and I don't hear enough, I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Hey, that kind of dad. Hey.
Why are we more cautious though? Like, why are we so paranoid about leaving our kids? Now I get it with this. That's different in the public place by themselves. No
But at home?
adult supervision. But even walking outside, you know what I'm saying? I was just having this conversation this weekend. Like, are we like really coddling our kids to where they not doing the shit that we was doing?
I guess, man, because it's so in our face with social media. You see and hear about all the things that's happening. And it's so scary. You see, just with this, the dude on social media that's catching all these pedophiles, the wolf dude that's out here. I didn't saw 3 people so far, like 2 people in my mom's building, so some security guard and this old man, one dude that worked for our company, and then another dude that I know personally through some family. So this is 4 different people that quick within a short time frame. I mean, a short period of time. So it's scary, man. Like they all around.
I see them all the time though. The kids are still out there, walking, doing, being independent
because they're oblivious.
But what I'm saying is, it's still happening. But also,
you still got nasty ass niggas.
The kidnap rate is high too.
Nobody ever thinks it happened to them. So it's like, everybody think it's cool. It could happen to us. I remember I was
wait. What can happen?
We could have got kidnapped.
Oh, it could have happened.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said it could happen.
Oh, so that's grown. I'm talking about this child. Hell no. But look, I was like about.
I was watching somebody. She said,
"I see that."
She was like, "I'm gonna lay down. I'm 220 something."
But look, about to just pick me up and run with me.
I was like 15, 14. This African dude was in the mall. He was like, "Hey, I need to grab some stuff from my car." Supposedly, I don't know if it was a store he supposedly worked at. He was like, "Can y'all come?" Like, and it was me and the homies, and he was like, we was like, he looked kind of weird. I'm like, yeah. He like, I'll pay you. It was like me and somebody else. He was like, all right, just you. Come on. And I'm like, the fuck no, I ain't coming with you. You know what I mean? But he just looked weird. But I'm just saying, you'll never know. You get over there and he put some shit over your nose, nigga. Now you know what I mean? You know.
So the paranoia is warranted. Like, we stay paranoid. Or is it just cautious?
Cautious,
it's cautious. Just like we talked a couple episodes ago. I think it was Ricky. He was saying that he watched his son go to the trash can. I do the same thing.
Right.
Like, I do the same thing. Like
I don't.
I do.
Hey, take the trash out.
Because the way our trash cans is, you got to go through the cars, then there's the alley, then it's the trash can.
Yeah, certain areas. You wouldn't like y'all trash ain't that far.
Yeah, right? His trash can's in the backyard.
I mean, but even still, we live in a community. They, he had his friends at times or whatever. They made a bike club and all types of shit. So.
Yeah, so
but I would rather that though, because that's what we did. Like, I was on the bike around the corner, not in the bike club, but
no, we was bike club.
Yeah, just around the corner or wherever. You know what I'm saying? My mom be like 8, 9 o'clock at night yelling my name down the street and shit.
Yeah, that shit was dope, bro. Exactly. But niggas was also getting shot. And shit.
Hey, we were just missing it. You know who was in my bike club? All 8 of my mama kids in roller skates going down a motherfucking hill at 10 at night while she at work.
Yeah. Did y'all have anybody, not necessarily friends or people that you knew of that was young that got shot or that got killed or anything like that?
Yeah.
Or things that happened to? I'm saying like a lot of these things we be missing. And I think about even having a car early on and the bullshit I was doing driving and the things we did that we survived, bro.
But see, it was a different time. You wasn't having people literally get drones just to find you.
There's no specific time for danger. I was being dangerous with a car when I first got a car.
I was too.
Dangerous.
Nigga, look at me now. Nigga, look at how I drive now. You thought I was better when I was younger?
I remember me and Marcus was driving and we was going uphill. Nigga, uphill. I couldn't pass him, so I went on the wrong side of the street, bro. Yeah. And to get around, and when I got up to the hill, it was a car. I'm like, oh shit. The shit I was doing, even on the freeway, I almost hit dumb stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean?
See, the one time Michelle seen me black out, I was driving stupid, and the dude was trying to catch up to me and making me slow down, so he was getting in front of me. So, when that happened, I'm like still driving. I was all on the other side of the street because I was trying to speed to get somewhere. Yeah. But it was my fault. Even though he did that, I hopped out and then he took off, but it was my fault. I was driving stupid.
You hopped out?
Yeah.
Nigga, I hopped out on the freeway before.
I'm thinking he blacked out like he crashed or something.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever hopped out?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, hey, and don't have the wrong woman in the car with you while you hop out.
Yeah. Women losing that shit.
I think Michelle got an elbow. Like, she was trying to keep me in. I'm I think she got an elbow, but yeah.
I remember one time I hopped out. Some dude did some crazy. Now I was in my uniform still too, and I hopped out, and he was on small street. So I was like, "You ain't gonna get away." He flicked me off. And I'm like, "What?" It wasn't even nothing to do that for. And I'm like, "What?" And I got it. He was like, "What?" Paul? He was starting talking shit. I'm like, "What?" So I hop out. Like we on a small street right next to me. I hop out. Like I mean. And as soon as I hopped out, like his window was down though. His girl was in the car. He was in the driver's seat. And I'm like, I'm about to get him, you know what I mean? So I hop out, and as soon as I just dove in he started talking shit, I just dove in the car faster. And when I saw him, he pepper sprayed me. So when I seen the pepper spray, I just did like this. Yeah. Boom! I connected and got on, you know what I mean? He got me a little bit, but I was like, I'm gonna get your ass when I see that pepper spray, you know what I mean?
We was in Long Beach when it happened. Driving down Atlantic, speeding or whatever.
Atlantic is dangerous. Don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Yeah, nah, I didn't did some bullshit, man. Like, that's you can't even do shit like that. Nigga shoot you.
Yeah, you get shot nowadays.
For real.
Nigga, but like I said, don't have the wrong person in the car. I had my ex-wife in the car, and she was just as rowdy as me. She getting out to beat the bitch ass. I'm fighting this nigga in the street, and then I was like, "Wait, why didn't you just say get your ass in the car?" She was like, "I was pissed off too."
Nah, Brena, Antron. Like, damn, you making it work, man.
Shit.
And you say my government, man.
Hey, you know what? We was over there by the Crenshaw Mall when it used to be called the Crenshaw Mall. Over there fighting for no fucking reason.
It's still the Crenshaw Mall. I don't care what they do, what they say. It's still the Crenshaw Mall.
Man, we live in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I'm with you. What is the Baldwin Hills?
No,
Crenshaw Mall. Crenshaw Mall. That mall.
Just like the Fox Hills Mall.
Yeah.
That mall is trash. What other mall is trash? Lakewood Mall is trash.
Shit, I like Lakewood and Cerritos.
Cerritos cool. Lakewood is trash, man. Lakewood, when we had the Long Beach Mall, y'all ever been to the Long Beach Mall?
No.
I ain't gotta say it like that.
Hey, remember the Hawthorne Mall?
I'm young. I'm too young for that, man.
Shit, the Hawthorne.
When did they close down?
It's still the building is still there.
The building is there, but they put nothing in that motherfucker forever.
Right. Your Long Beach Mall was crazy, but it was like so guard. It was like we had to go to Lakewood Mall was the shit. Like we had to go there because Long Beach Mall was like
that's like the Carson Mall. Why is Carson Mall still there?
I don't know. It's like an alley and shit.
That's all it is.
All right, man. Diddy. Some of these lawsuits is dropping off. They saying, but he getting a couple more.
That's what I'm gonna say. It don't matter.
They getting a couple more, but I don't know, man. Do y'all know why Diddy in jail?
Trafficking.
Yeah, the traffic part
and assault.
But
he's not in jail for assault.
No, not that. It's other cases. Even though it's a few of them that dropped off, yeah, but it's other cases. The main one with the girl saying that he implicated Jay-Z as well.
Jay-Z, yeah. But she dropped that. Oh, yeah, but they dropped that one. That was like the main one
because she refused to make herself known.
Well, he was in jail prior to that.
But that was one of the cases that dropped off.
But I don't know. I don't see nothing so serious that he can't get bailed. I mean,
trafficking and
but flying some bitches out like that, man.
What they consider trafficking, sex trafficking.
Yeah.
So what if I fly my wife or somewhere and I'm in and I fly her out? I mean, I'm Texas.
Nope.
So is it paying or is it just flying out?
Flying out.
Trafficking.
We in traffic all the time. It's LA.
If you flying somebody out, if they get flued out for the specific reason for sex,
what else would you be flying somebody out?
I get it, but that's the technicality that they
gotta like it gotta be something else to it. Like you gotta be pay to play type shit. Like
that's like all right, that's just like the person. I remember there was so big where the lady got flued out and the dude was like, if you ain't putting out. And why he couldn't be so aggressive because if he would have forced her to have sex, that would have been called trafficking.
Okay, so if two consensual adults, I'm here, you there, and I'm like, come see me, and you get your own ticket and you fly to me and we do what we do. How is that trafficking?
No, if you get your own ticket, that's different.
But if I buy you a ticket, it's trafficking.
You buy somebody a ticket.
How do I know we gonna have sex?
You're in possession of.
But who's to say that we're gonna have sex? Maybe you come to see me and then it organically happens. Like I don't, you know what I mean? I don't understand how that's a charge. Like
well, it's not Diddy. It's the people that's accusing him of assault.
And then all them people knew what they was going to. I don't know, man. I don't.
But it's all civil cases though. So that's what I'm saying. So it's assault, and the reason they like, okay, well, this is what happened. We was here. We went there. Now it's assault.
I'm not with the assault.
Now
though.
it's
I'm not with the
a
assault.
trafficking case because you were in another state or something.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I know Diddy got some good
Free
lawyers.
Diddy.
But a lot of these are, we ain't talking about no kids or nothing. We talking about
Grown
adults
ass adults.
that knew what they was going to
All
go
the
do.
other shit, like,
talking
it's
about
not-
you. Say, if a man say
This is not no R. Kelly
like this
shit.
cameraman just came out and said he made me give him head because he's such a like bro.
Yeah.
A lot
Like
of
50
those,
said, I would have just took my camera and left.
a lot of those, bro, I don't even pay attention to when they come up to like sitting. Like I don't go in deep into that. But obviously we've seen the Cassie one, and now they trying to prove everything else as far as the sexual assault. Even Rob, what was his name, Lil Rob? His shit got dropped too.
Who's that?
The other one, I think it was the producer.
Oh,
or
the
engineer.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess I don't know the facts. I guess when they do go to trial, we'll see. But
What is it going? That's what I don't think I hate. This shit be taking so goddamn.
like,
long.
I don't even know technically why R. Kelly in jail, because he ain't in jail for no pedophile stuff. He in jail for, I think, essentially the same stuff, trafficking. I mean,
Nah, the R. Kelly shit was totally different.
I don't think there's no pedophile stuff involved.
No,
they got
it's trafficking. He literally had
that's
people.
old stuff. Them tapes is old stuff.
No, not the tapes.
He
It
with
was
these-
literally
No.
that his camp was going to get women to bring him.
right, but it's still trafficking. It wasn't no minors though.
No,
I
someone was
thought they
minors.
had recent tapes.
We got to look it up. I'm telling you. Nah, yeah, but I think it was all adults. I mean,
Oh, I guess.
No. Two of the girls. One girl said she was 18. But the other girl said she was 16.
because a lot of these other states, the
legal age
it's different. But I don't know, man. I
I
guess
ain't never hog tied nobody.
I'm not all tied up. I fight for my life. That was bad, yeah, man. But I don't know, man. I'm like Diddy got money, man, and he got lawyers. So I don't know. We're gonna see what happens, man. But I don't think it'll be far fetched. I don't know if he'll get as much time as like say R. Kelly or something like that. I feel like
I'm
if
just
Diddy gets
trying
some
to
time,
I'm-
it could be like 5 years or some shit like that, or some shit like that. And then I don't think he's gonna spend the rest of his life in jail.
What killed me about this whole thing is, all right, Cassie, right? He gave her money, right, to shut up. I don't want to say nothing or whatever else. But it's like, how come that didn't go to court? Like, how come they didn't take that to court, even though he paid it off?
He gave her money.
I know. It's the what's that thing called that you sign?
The NDA.
Yeah, NDA. I get that, but my thing is this: wouldn't presidents of committing the crime would supersede that?
She would have to file a charge. For
But no, she don't have to. The state of New York can do it.
She has to charge him. She has to file it.
The state,
Yeah, I don't know if because it was on video or something like that she didn't call when it happened or
Right.
something like that. I don't think they can just go get you and be like, hey, this happened, you
Right.
charged now.
But
Like,
isn't that most cases to where the state can supersede it as well? If she said no, the state is like, we got enough substantial evidence.
well, it was
to go-
old video, and I think it only came out after her civil suit, like
Right.
or something like that.
It was already
no,
done.
it came not the civil suit. I think it dropped and then he paid her or whatever like that. I think that was like, if you don't pay us, she went to him first, like, hey, I'm about to come out with this thing.
How much she get? 500 mil?
I think he gave her
30 million.
30
something
million.
like
40
that,
million.
yeah.
40 million. I apologize.
But
I have too many zeros. But at the end of the day, it's about money, because that's all she wanted was money. It wasn't that she wanted to get him in trouble. It's just money.
Well, she probably thought like she knew that a lot of this shit was gonna happen, so it's like, let me get mine now. Like, I mean,
She probably knew about the play.
and then it's like,
Mhm.
would you rather him go to jail or would you want 30 million?
Shit, he can go to jail and I still get my money. I can sue him in
What
civil
if it
court.
was either or?
Either or. I want that nigga to die.
Either or.
He
Jail or
violated me.
30 million.
I'm happy where I'm at.
I'm gonna clip that. He violated me.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
He violated me.
But nah, give me my
You
30
said it
million.
again,
I mean,
I mean,
get it back
you
in
want to
blood.
take the money just to go enjoy yourself. I get that part, but sometimes it just
I'm not gonna sit here and say what she was doing because that was abuse, and that was one time that we seen.
right.
Right.
Ain't no telling.
just think about it. They were together 15 years.
However long they was, ain't no telling how many times he did it.
But now you want to. It's like my thing is this. Now you want to leave. It's like you could have
She
been
was
left.
trying to leave.
How do we know that?
She was young, bro.
She
And
said
then
it.
you know you get that Stockholm syndrome,
I hear that.
and then supposedly a lot of her money and
Constituents?
stuff was tied up. Like
Nah,
the
I
people
believe
the people that was in charge of her stuff was tied to him. So it's like she couldn't just
Right,
leave.
right.
Like I mean, and then you know that it's mental, it's manipulation, it's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff that emotional abuse that goes with that. They can't just walk away. They're not strong yet enough. It
Right,
probably took her years to build up enough courage to even to leave. You know what I mean? So. You know, that's something different, man. But
But even what we seen, you know, she had a little backpack, wherever she was going. He chased her down and, you know, beat her.
shit, you see
So-
Tina Turner. Tina Turner was a strong
Hey,
woman. I
hey,
mean,
Tina Turner, boy.
crazy part, a lot of women are going through this though. A lot of women, even a lot of these famous women you see, they didn't went through this behind closed doors. I mean, they just don't. You
Women
know,
go
Mary
through
J.
it.
Blige with Casey.
Would
Oh,
y'all be
hell yeah.
would y'all be scared of Diddy money? If he was to because we know stories like I be thinking like I wonder if these women have family members or brothers that care about them, like to step up and you know go back for him. Because he blew up, what's his name, Kid Cudi's car. He
Right.
threatened him. Would you be scared of Diddy's money?
Not when it comes to my family.
Exactly.
I'm going.
Exactly.
Yeah, we going to war at that point. You know what I
Right.
mean, I don't give a. You gonna have to do it. You gonna have to. You gonna have to do it.
Yep.
'Cause- And yeah, and
We gonna be some shut up motherfuckers.
and y'all gonna. I know what you look like more than you know what I look like. You know what I mean, so yeah. But you could see that when he was Joker, I was like, that nigga crazy. You know what I mean? When he turned into the Joker like that, man.
That was too much talking, and I get it. It was a lot of people around, but that was too much talking.
But I'm saying he tried to like he had that's inside of it. I'm saying not to men, but he tried to make it come out. What I'm saying, just imagine who he is to these women behind closed doors and stuff like that. You know, that shit comes out, that control. He feel like he's powerful, that powerful. You know what I mean? He started trying to turn it into that.
All these dudes feel that way. Especially, I
Mm.
mean, you know, and Diddy do. I mean, it's like Diddy was one of the main ones because you got to look at his success, and that's basically that's what you claim
hey
it
man,
off
fuck
of.
your money. I don't care about your money.
Right. All right, man. Damon Wayans, he says the more money you make, the less black people you around, man.
I believe that.
I got a clip of it. I'm gonna play the clip. And did y'all see that interview he had with
I didn't watch it yet, but I'm definitely.
with Shay Shay, the only one I seen was when he
Stop
dated.
calling that man Shay Shay.
No, it's Club Shay Shay. That's the name of the podcast.
Oh, no,
Call him
right.
Shannon Sharp.
Sharp. Shay
His
Shay.
mama named him Shannon. I'm gonna call him Shannon.
But no, I only seen the one when he was talking about he dated his nephew's girl.
Oh, who you say that?
he dated his nephew's girl. He was like, "Y'all still together?" He's like, "Nope, she mine now." he was like banquets and family get-togethers.
You make, the less black people you see. Right? Money brings you into a new category. You move to a different house in a different neighborhood, and you get different friends. Your money, people that come around you to help you make the money and maintain your money and make more money. The complexion changes. You know what I mean?
I like
That's what I love about like LeBron. You know, he's got
he got
his
Mav
homeboys.
and he got Randy and he got Rich.
Yeah.
So he kept that group
Yes.
around him.
Yeah.
But unless you have that group, because like you say, the higher you climb, the less you're going to see, and you're like, okay, well, they don't treat me that way, so it's gone.
And it's divide and conquer. You know, at a certain point, they sit you down. Beyonce's father. All right, we got it from here. The Jacksons. All right, Joe.
We got it.
We got it from here. You sit back and go, what? Venus is from Reno. We got him.
Mm-hmm.
But and if you want them to be successful, you have to kind of let it happen, and then they hit new heights. But you become a liability. You know what I mean? As the parent. Well, where were you those nights in the rain when we were hitting balls?
Mm-hmm.
So he's talking specifically about the industry, which I can see that. I can definitely see that, but there will be no point where I'm gonna let anybody else take control of my kids.
But you see that once they did, the kids blew up more.
Look, there will be no point where I'm gonna let somebody else take control of my kids. If I'm able to be there, I'm gonna be there every step of the way.
All right, so say this. See how they say 1 million? put that 18. Say put that 181 million. Which one you gonna take? The 18 million or the 118 million?
I'm talking about guidance and influence.
But that's what they're gonna throw at you.
What is it that you need to do to where I don't need to be there?
That's what they're gonna throw at you. They're gonna.
What is it that you need?
They're gonna say we have more prolific coaches that specific. I mean that is specialized in this, and this. We have this for calves. We have this for knees. We have this for arms. We have this for foreheads.
No, that's cool.
But they have to do it that way.
Cool. I'm just gonna be there.
You can't be there.
Well, this is why.
Why? That's the question.
This is why LeBron is my GOAT. I mean, because if you see that young picture of them coming in, he had all his boys around him. He's the example of what should be him and his homies. You go learn this.
Oh, most definitely.
You go learn this. You learn this. You go learn this. Why would I pay somebody to do this when I got homies around me? Go figure it out. Go. We just came out of school. We coming out of school, bro.
Right.
You do this, you're gonna be a millionaire. You do this, you're gonna be. You do this. Now all of them thrive and they millionaires and stuff like that. Why can't we do that as a culture, as homies? We coming up. All right, look.
Greed.
I'm gonna learn the editing. You learn the videography. You learn the how to market online and stuff like that. Everybody learns something. We don't have to go to these people. All we have to do is educate ourselves and become the best in our field. Now you got Maverick Carter and all these people. Oh boy, that's doing that's what it deal.
Rich Paul.
Rich Paul.
Yeah.
He got big Asian in the NBA. I mean, it's like you got these people that's thriving and doing well. Maverick Carter doing movie deals and stuff with LeBron and all that stuff like that. It's like, get your team solid.
In that aspect, yes. As a brotherhood, yes. Let's move as a unit. Let's do what we got to do. I get that.
But then it's like it depends on what dudes you have around, because now you have. I'm gonna compare the two. You have LeBron. All his dudes said, all right, we're going to do this in unison. We're going to do it together, right? Then you have Nipsey Hussle, and all his niggas just went behind his back to do what? So it just depends on who you bringing up.
No. That's not the case. I think Nip was early on, bro. I think if he would have had more time on this earth, I think he would have been. He showed you in that little bit of time of and gave an example.
I was excited for it too.
But I think if he
had backing, he was still dealing with an entity, which is the hood. The hood, exactly. That's the part.
But that's what I'm saying. It depends on who you bringing up with you. Like I said, LeBron brought up people he was in high school with, and so did Nipsey. But at the same time,
the people Nipsey was bringing up was with him,
right? But you got to think about it. It's still the facade. It's still the like you said, the backing of.
Not them.
You talking two different worlds though, right there.
I know it's two different worlds, but I'm just saying. Black men just coming up. It's two different worlds. I get that two different worlds, but at the end of the day, it's still the perception.
Well, LeBron had more money and power to work with. When you dealing with NBA money and rap money, that's different. I mean, I can be more supportive of my homies and put invest in us more with this money as opposed to this money. You know what I mean? And then I think Nipsey, his brain and his mind, eventually he would have got there knowing that you have to separate yourself from certain things. Like you, I mean, if you want to,
and that's basically what
you can't do both. Separating. I mean? Yeah, I think he would have got there, which he was like getting there.
He was definitely getting there. But also the person who murdered him, he wasn't in his inner circle.
Yeah,
all his inner circle was with him. That was doing their shit.
And then they still supporting and still doing, kind of living for him and stuff. And what Black Sam doing, you got to salute. I mean,
right. Oh, brother.
But I'm just saying that to say, like, I think that's big. that what he said. Mm-hmm. No, as far as him saying that, the less black people, because it is like that. We move in certain areas and stuff like that, and because we want the best for our kids. Mm-hmm. But if we can kind of come together and build together and start our own communities and stuff, and I live by y'all. I mean, like, you know what I mean? If we in good areas, of course, but like, you know what I mean?
I'm not about to go live nobody hood.
That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like, but we can do it. We can do this together. We don't have to put our kids in other people's hands and stuff like that. Let's educate ourselves and invest in ourselves. Mm-hmm. And then it got to be it got to be a team. You know what I mean? Everybody got to play their part and play their position.
Right. It has to be no pride.
Right. And everybody, okay, LeBron is the man. Okay, we know you the man. You the focal point of this. You're going to supply everything. So we're going to do our part. You know what I mean? And we gonna,
even if it's not sports, take sports out of it,
Right.
just regular life. I know you are more of a person that go talk to people and stuff like that. You in the limelight, you end up being the man. I'm not gonna try to be the man.
all right.
No.
See, you got to get all that out the way too. I'm not even gonna try to step in.
You got to know your roles
and do certain things. But as far as that, like I said, brotherhood, that's dope. Of course, when you get money, yes, things start changing, the environment and all that stuff. And I mean, shit, you would want that.
Everybody
set yourself up. You know what I'm saying? If you want to stay in the hood, that's not.
Why is it more
yourself.
highlighted though? Like LeBron's camp, why isn't it more highlighted than what it is?
I think
because who else? Who else is?
That's what I'm saying. Nobody's really doing it. I mean, you have Jay-Z, but he's doing it, and I'm not gonna say, but his camp is
Jay-Z doing it too.
Yeah,
Jay-Z doing it too with his people. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's just you hear more about. You do hear because we know that story from the ground up,
Right.
from day one. Like that's how it was built.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a lot of people doing that. Jay-Z just pulling people from that hood and like bringing them, but he doing it like how what Nipsey probably would eventually did. Like, you know what I mean?
Childhood friends,
Right,
Yeah.
childhood friends that maybe have got in trouble, or whatever. But you trust them, they loyal.
Right.
I'm gonna put you on this, but they smart enough to know we got to do it this way. Ain't no 1 foot in, 1 foot out doing bullshit, making us look bad and stuff. You move, they move like a unit. Ain't no embarrassing us. Ain't no none of that. You know what I mean? So it's like to be a part of those teams, bro. You got to move right. You know what I mean? Because one fuck up is you out of here.
Yeah,
Everybody making their own money. Everybody
I like how Kevin.
together.
I like how Kevin Hart is doing it as well. I'm just highlighting some of the people that I looked up to, especially Kevin Hart. And y'all know Kevin Hart started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Google Gaga and shit. He talking like a baby. Now he chocolate drop on chocolate droppers sitting on the tiny stage and shit, just clowning.
But even when he talk about the kids, as far as Serena Williams and stuff like that, what I'm saying is you can get all the training that you want to, but what would be your reason to X me out, even just in the presence of you as my child?
It's been happening, bro, throughout the music industry forever. You see,
Beyonce
back in
did
the
it.
days when what was that
Beyonce
New
did.
Edition when they was getting managed by
Uncle?
Yeah,
No.
something like that. Like
Yeah.
it's been happening, because they feel like, okay, you've took it far enough.
They don't feel they
We
can
want
take
them
it
to-
further.
All right.
Even if you don't want me to have that specific position, okay, cool. But I'm still for my kids.
Mhm.
I'm going to be around.
Yeah, you
No,
could be
you can be
around,
around.
but they mean as far as
But you're
like,
not.
okay,
But you're around, but you're not taking charge.
yeah, you've took us as far as
regardless
you
of
could.
charge, but your safety is still my top priority.
Right.
Right.
But then the kids get a little older, like, all right,
Once they get older, I get it. Yeah, they're gonna end up making their own decision.
Right,
yeah, I
right.
get that part.
yeah.
That's exactly what Beyonce did. Beyonce was like, I got it.
Yeah, but all right, man. Yeah, I saw this on Kenya's page, man. Shout out Kenya. We the boys, we back in town. We still,
Kenya's keepsake. Y'all go
Kenya's
check her out.
Y'all
man.
go check her out. Yeah, I saw her Instagram post. she
Hey,
made
boo.
about Eric Benet sparks debate claiming men should be on birth control instead of women. He says the pill was created for the wrong gender.
I
What are y'all
kind of
thoughts?
agree with that because I see how birth control affects a woman's body, and it takes a toll on a woman's body. If they can make the pill to where the men, for the men, I would definitely take it.
You don't think it affects your body?
Yeah, but
I'm saying
boss?
with less. No. But I mean, if it's less wear and tear on the body, because a woman can get off and she won't have a cycle for 6-7 months, and a woman needs a cycle for her body to do what they do.
What if we had a UID? You had to put that.
Hey, you know my worst fear? Going to the hospital and they had to put that thing up my piss hole.
Oh my God! Yeah.
That's what I do not look forward to that.
Yeah.
But like I said, yes. Like I said, it just I don't know. And it's like to me, birth control it stops the woman's blood flow where they get everyone, but they need that everyone. And then you wonder why if your woman is on birth control, why she's out of whack, or her why she's out of whack is because she's not having her regular cycle.
I get all that. Yeah, I understand all that. But how about we just use condoms?
I want to hear that shit straight.
Right? Nigga, my youngest son, nigga, you ain't always gonna have a condom on you.
But see,
How about we use condoms? Nigga, we none of us did that.
No.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, you don't use condoms. You know what come with that.
Okay. That ain't fixing nothing, man. We try to fix the world.
None of it is gonna fix the world because not even talking about pregnancy. Because that's what the contraceptive is for, right?
Right.
Not even talking about pregnancy. What about
Plan
else?
B?
Well, we talking about with your mate, man. Let's just stop there. Let's start there.
That's not what Eric Benet said.
Yeah.
He said men.
Right, but I'm saying with your but I'm talking about just with me and my wife. So say, you know.
Okay, so yeah. Okay.
Or no, okay. Outside of that, no. Let's not do that. Let's you know. If it's for, I feel like, because at first I said I feel like it should be for the man, but then I changed it. I said I feel like it should be both. We should both have that option, because say the woman, she should be in control of whether or not she wants to get pregnant or not. And then I, as a man, should be in control whether or not I want to get somebody pregnant or not. So it's like, even if she says, you know, she does, but then she tells me she is, I don't have to, I can trust, okay, what if she ain't, I mean, so I can control myself too.
I see what you're saying. You playing
that
devil's
way,
advocate.
Yeah, that way it's no confusion. It's no confusion now. If she is no confusion on anything, I'm going in this knowing I'm protecting myself, knowing. I'm saying outside of it. We ain't talking about protective as far as diseases.
Cool. So if you said, like, you know your mindset, if you say you know you don't want kids, but she say I do want kids,
and I just said I don't.
so what are you doing? Popping the pill?
Yeah.
But that's like saying
we don't. You don't.
But that's like saying,
I'm talking about just if you having just sex with somebody.
And what's the percentage? Like,
I don't give a fuck about no percentage.
Most of the time you having sex, and nobody having sex.
No. What I'm saying is,
what's fucking to get that pleasure?
What's the percentage of it working?
Whatever it is for the ones that they take.
So if she end up being pregnant,
then we got to deal with that as far as like.
It's called Plan B.
But I'm saying it just rely on them. They could say they was on birth control or whatever, and all we just have to take their word for it. Now I'm more in control of my body too, or what comes outside of my body. I don't want to have kids. That's giving us all, but that's giving everybody control in the situation.
I just don't know what's wrong with condoms, man.
You don't?
No, I don't know what's wrong with condoms.
They break. I was messing.
I'm saying, condoms.
Hey, that was, that motherfucker was.
Well, that's the first. You should always protect yourself and use condoms. But I'm saying outside, because most of the time people get in relationships. Just because you get in a relationship and you have unprotected sex don't mean you're ready for a baby.
Right.
So at that point, that's when you use birth control. We want to have sex. We trust each other. We ain't going outside of this. We want to have sex without condoms, but we don't want a baby right now. That's when that comes in effect.
So the statement should be both instead of men.
Right. That was yeah.
Opposed to women.
That's why I changed. I said I feel like both. Yeah. So I agree with that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with both.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I wonder, do they have I thought they was coming out with a male.
But that is true though. That do take, bro. That's a toll on the woman's body.
It does.
It's a big toll.
So we gonna be out here fucked up too on our.
That's what I'm saying.
We gonna have attitude like
they gonna be gaining weight. One chocolate.
I don't need to gain no more weight.
But the positive part about it is we don't have a monthly, so that blood cycle.
Imagine you telling your homie like, man, I got this girl pregnant. Like, nigga, you wasn't on birth control, You didn't take your
combo. That combo gonna be funny. I
forgot, nigga. We gonna always forget. They gonna have to do something, put our shit in our skin and shit. They gonna forget, nigga.
That's crazy, man.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm for it. Shoot
Wear
it.
condoms,
Shoot
kids.
it.
Yes.
We got about 20 kids between all of us and shit. All right, man. Next up, man.
And that goes into this young man.
Oh shit.
They say he made a historic move by paying $1,080,000 all at once to cover his baby for the child support for 18 years.
Yeah, that's crazy. But see, so
Anthony Edwards,
right?
The man said he didn't want no kids. Mm-hmm. She like, oh well, he should have been on birth control.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I mean, he would have had to pay $1,080,000. You know what I mean?
But how old is this lady?
37.
37. How
she 37?
Yeah, she was 37. He 23. So she was a cougar. She is a cougar, not was. She is a cougar. She was trying to get that cougar money.
So, is that what she wanted the money?
No. So I mean, she went on social media trying to explain her case, but at the end of the day,
Did she want the money?
she took the money.
No, I'm saying this. Of course, she gonna take the money. Yes.
Oh, she wasn't. I mean, she didn't give a definite like, I want the money.
No, I'm saying like from the beginning, the whole relationship. Was this a relationship or?
No, it wasn't. It was just a fuck shit.
But who fought? That's what I was talking about last time. Like, if you a basketball player, essentially that's like carrying around your money in your pocket, in your hand,
Right.
like waiting on somebody to rob you. If I got this much money, why would I shoot up the club? I mean,
Why you not?
why not protect yourself?
Yeah, why you
Right.
not wearing no condom?
That's what I'm saying.
And
I have a homemade condom set.
That's Russian roulette. At that point.
he has 4 other kids, right?
Yeah,
He has 4 other kids, so he out there shooting up clubs.
Right.
Yeah.
He just wild. He a wild boy.
Yeah.
My boy.
But I guess if you making as much money, but that's kind of scandalous. I can just throw $1 million out there. Here go a kid. Like how you said,
to have that mindset, bro. Like, yeah, that's crazy. That's
have
wild.
babies that walking around, and I just paid you off.
But no, you know what?
Human.
What confused me was he got 5 kids. Why not be in this baby's life? I think
it's the other situations too. I don't know if he in their life.
This is the only one that's out and about. That's why I said it, because I know they had a special on him, and he had a one baby, and he had another one somewhere else. But why is this one why is he so dead on? I guess that's what I'm clueless about, is why he's so dead on this lady.
I think because of what he told her, and he felt like, well, she knew and all that, and he kind of taking a stand on that.
So this is just hypothetically,
and the fact that he's in the NBA now is being highlighted.
All right? So just hypothetically, do you think within the next 5 to 10 years he's gonna recant?
Ain't no telling.
I would hope so. Because imagine if that you was the kid, and everybody gonna know you, Anthony, was a kid or whatever. Imagine your dad basically essentially gave you up for $1 million. Like, I don't need nothing. I'm gonna pay to have nothing to do with you. I'm gonna give $1 million up to have nothing to do with you.
So what's gonna
now
happen?
I'm a grown man, knowing you my dad and you this person, and you just gave up $1 million to not.
And what if the little girl get to the WNBA and ball out?
It just the person. It don't even matter what they do. It's just like to know somebody just said, I'm gonna pay to not have a relationship with you.
Right.
Like, I didn't ask to be here.
Right.
Even if you mad at my mama, like, man, I'm a human.
But I always wondered that, why for child support? Why is it that people didn't do that? What's the pros and cons? Yeah, pay up front. What's the pros and cons of paying
Ain't nobody
up front?
got that many thousands.
Everybody don't have that money, right?
Right. You talking about the celebrities?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
But
and that seems like a little bit for.
But if you
Exactly.
if you one of those celebrities who got to pay $52,000 a month, nigga, what's 18?
That seems like not a lot of money too. I don't know. He got a deal, low key. It felt like for him to
Because
be,
he only was
how
playing
much money he's getting. That ain't even a fraction of nothing.
But see, you got $1,080,000. What you think that's gonna do? Like, you can spend that in a year.
that ain't even enough to feel. That don't. I feel like I didn't spend more money.
Right. So I think that's the con to it. I think, okay, so they're gonna come back unless he, structure the contract with the
They
courts.
can't come back.
Unless he structures the contract in courts,
Yeah.
and say after this is it.
I'm sure that's what
Yeah,
happened.
unless you saying like, even if I make more money in the NBA, you can't come back after me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. But that's wild, man. To do that, to not have a relationship.
I can't do it.
With a human.
I
With a
just-
human that's walking. Ain't no money worth that.
No.
Man.
Yeah.
I'd rather be in my child's life and just deal with it.
To have somebody that look like me, talk like me, walk like me, that's walking around and me to not ever talk to him or
Couldn't do
speak to them, like, I just can't do that, bro.
So he's an influence.
Right.
Like, what is that teaching our youngins? Because
It's teaching them the wrong message, bro.
obviously,
Like, bro, and these kids gravitate towards it so fucking much. It's irritating.
yeah.
Because it's like they don't take the right thing. It's always the negative things. It's always the negative sayings. It's always somebody who got killed that these kids gravitate towards. They don't, and that's one thing I also want to do going forward. Let's bring a positive out and start like a kid who graduated, college early at 15, because they're not getting the recognitions like this situation is here. Like,
Right.
bro, like. It's irritating because these kids don't have, and it's funny to them. They think this is funny.
Honestly, this shouldn't even be news. To be honest with you,
Bro,
it shouldn't be news at all.
like
because now you gotta put media in it too.
He said, "Now you have a fatherless child."
He just got hurt on, and the Shade Room posted it. So it's like somebody was in the comments like, y'all ain't now in the Shade Room posting about sports. It's because
that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't even
be
be in the news. When you come across something like this, it should be somebody like, look, we ain't doing this.
Right. But they
it's like, you know why? Engagement, and it's going to cause debates and stuff in the comments and clicks and views.
But overall, the message that it's sending. Because,
I mean, they have morals. If you have morals, no, it shouldn't be.
Internet don't have morals.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Let me ask y'all this. What are y'all? I was just talking to Brena about this. DDG and Halle, right? I was saying I seen you know how they separated or whatever, and they having the issues with the baby, and she's kind of young, fairly young. And I was saying that I think I was watching that cartoon, or the one she's in, Little Mermaid.
Oh, Little Mermaid, yeah.
And I was saying that I feel like she had a baby kind of early, which they had a baby kind of early. I feel like they was fairly new in their relationship. I don't think they needed to have a baby so soon because they're young. It's like bringing a baby into this world. Y'all don't even know each other. And y'all just brought a baby into this world and broke up right after. Now y'all literally raising the baby without a 2-parent household, and y'all did it so young. I mean, and I think people need to wait and relax. I mean, it's too late now, but I'm just saying, she was at the height of her career, like getting movies. Not say she can't still do that, but it's like, why? I don't know.
That's the epitome of the youngsters nowadays. They don't give a fuck about none of you just said. They don't give a fuck about if they're right, if it's that time, or if they're right to have a baby. They only give a fuck about fucking.
Well,
that's all we cared about too.
Yeah, but see,
we had a whole different headspace.
They're celebrities,
exactly.
So they're able to take care of themselves. You know, so that her having a baby is not going to stop nothing. That's
why he bought a baby a Ferrari. Dumb shit. Like instead of going to put equity in something, this is the baby Halo's car.
A lot of that be like just for the internet.
Yeah.
I get it, but still.
But that is not highlighted. The highlight stuff is the drama.
Exactly. No, to me, instead of like I said, I'm ready for somebody to come out and just be just straight. Like even with say DDG, right? Come out with the baby instead of buying the baby dumb shit as a Ferrari, even if it wasn't just a stunt. Teach the kids, say, "Oh, I'm about to go get my child a CD, put money in it so it can gravitate. Put it in gold. You know what I mean?
People do that. Like T.I., I think T.I. did something like that. People do it. My whole thing with that was bringing that up is just, they can take care of the baby and stuff like that, but just how quick that family broke up. And
it's painting them in a certain light. It's painting him in a light. It's painting her in a light, especially her, because I guess she was probably looked at as innocent type girl or whatever.
Little Mermaid innocence.
Yeah. So
but just imagine them together. That could have been a power couple. They were just so young. If they had got a chance to learn each other, it's just like, man, we don't have to do that so soon. That's something.
But now this is why when you say that, this is where I come in at and say social media did that. Because now they're both prolific on social media, right? She has her fans, he got his. What if it's just all for fakes especially on his end? He's a content creator. That's it, right? Or a rapper, right? So my thing is this: I don't think none of them took the time to really sit there and this is just my opinion though, that to get to know one another. Because like you said, that could have been a power couple.
Would you push your child to not have the baby if your baby if you was in that situation as a parent?
I'm never for abortion. No. I'm never for abortion. So I'm always pro. I'm always pro for a baby. Main reason because like we stated, a baby just never asked to be here.
All right, man. All right. So I seen a post that was saying be the type of man that can make it through through anything. You know what I mean? A man that's lost it all, like that can make it through losing it all. Be a man that can bounce back. Whether it be breakups, whether it be losing a job, losing it all, mentally breaking down, losing your home or whatever like that. Be that type of man. And that I think a lot of times, man, we as men we carry that weight on our shoulders because we we know that provision, being a provider, that's a heavy thing to carry. You want to make sure that you're doing that, but it does get hard sometimes. You know what I mean? And if it all falls down, it's kind of like you as a man, not even somebody else judging you, you'll judge yourself. And that's a heavy weight to carry, man. And I don't think. I think we just keep on going, and I don't think we don't talk about it much. I mean, we just kind of on this cycle, and we do our everyday activities and stuff like that. But that does become stressful at times. You know what I mean? And I don't think we talk about it much. But that's a big fear of mine, man. Losing it all, like, you know what I mean? How would I bounce back? How would I get it back? What would I do? You know what I mean? Say my home, I can't keep my home. What would I do? Like downgrading and going to apartment, like, man, like, how would I feel about that? What mentally? Because you have people like doctors and lawyers that'll go commit suicide, and
Yep.
because they lost their job or they lost their home or something like that. And I believe that guy, the Twitch guy, I don't know, I think he was going through some financial issues, and ended up taking his life or whatever like that. And so it's a thing, man, that we gotta understand that, man. Through all of that, through everything we have, all the things that we have and stuff, the most important thing is us and our life and our family. You know what I mean? If you have you and your family, then you can make it through anything. But I will say it is a scary thought. It is a scary thought that I think about sometimes. So how y'all feel about that?
Sometimes, as much as we've accomplished in our lives, we look past all that and be so critical of ourselves by something that's happening in the moment, or that's been happening for a few months or whatever. So, like you said, we got family, we got everything, we got loved ones, we still working, we still this, but we look past that and we get into this state to where it's like, damn, but this, but that. It's always a but. And people go through that, like you said. I don't know what these people will go through where they want to unalive themselves, but
No, you do.
It's a lot. But
I'll say
you need that support system.
I apologize.
No, you need that support system, and don't be afraid to speak up. That's the problem. Like, people hold so much inside, they don't put certain things out to where nobody know what they're going through. So you don't even know that you have a support system.
You know why? You can't. Because when you do reach out, say, hey, Allen, I'm down on my luck, bro. And my rent is coming up, and it's $1,400, and I have zero. I'm not thinking that you can help me. You know why? Because the first thought I think about is you and your family. So I'm not going to ask.
That's understandable.
So it's like, and all of this, I went through each last one of them.
So it says, what advice would you give to a man who's lost it all? Job, breakup, debt, a home, car. You know what I'm saying? What advice could you give? I don't know, man. Sometimes you got to check the temperature, because somebody probably don't even want to hear what you're saying right now, because they so much in their mind. I don't want to hear that right now. They just probably want the energy. Just chill. Let's just be here right now.
That's it.
You know what?
That's it. At the end of it all, it's just the energy. Because losing a job is one of the, especially when I lost mine and I was 40 years old. That hurt.
You know what I think, bro? When I like I say, life is important. Life is beautiful. But what I think, I kind of go back to sometimes, bro. When our first apartment was a single apartment, bro. Me and Brena, single apartment, and then I moved into a 1-bedroom in the hood, bro. Some of my best times, some of my most best times, didn't have a lot, you know what I mean? Didn't have it all, but some of the best memories I can create. So sometimes when you go back to those times and you think like, yeah, I wanted more. Yeah, I wanted to progress and get out of where I was at. But when I go back to those times and I used to stay in these areas, it wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? It wasn't that bad. We had some of the best moments. We had family time, and we made the best of what we had. So I remember Terrell and Heather was arguing about like growing up and not having stuff, and he's like, "Shit, yeah, we was broke, but I didn't suffer. Like I wasn't like, because you kind of grow up and you used to those things, and you're used to not having a lot. So it's not like we so much think about not what we have and what we want. We don't appreciate where we at. Yeah, I don't want to lose it all, but bro, if I have my family and my health, and I can bounce back, you know what I mean? I can bounce back and still live. I don't give a fuck if I'm in a 2-bedroom apartment or we can wake up and I can still go get it. I'm gonna go get it. Long as I got breath in my lungs and my family got breath in their lungs. Like you say, you lost it all, right? You've been there, but you still here, right? And we still laughing, and we still find time to laugh and joke. And you got the thing kids.
Is the main thing in this question is lost. Like I get what you're saying. You're saying like, you know what I mean. If you broke, nah, bro, this is beyond broke. You lost a job. And when I was 40 and I lost my job and I didn't have a job for 9 months, it broke me.
All right.
Because I had to go stay with somebody else. And I didn't lose my home. Actually, I did. So the way I did it was my daughter, she was going through something, and I'm like, all right, just come stay where I was. So I knew I couldn't pay my rent. She had a job. My daughter had a job. So I was like, hey, just stay in my house and I go over here. So I made it seem like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm about to just go move over here. You can just stay at my place as long as but I knew I couldn't pay my rent. So then after that, me staying with that person that I stayed with, it was the worst 9 months ever. Bro, when I say ever, from the day that I got there to the time that I left. That person made me feel this big. But at the end of the day, she was still taking care of me. But every day I had to feel this big. For 9 months. And y'all know, I talk to you all the time about it. I mean, when I was going through it. But at the end of the day, it's like you said, the main thing that you can do is just keep on pushing. You don't look behind you. You don't sit here and feel sorry for yourself. You keep pushing.
Got to. For specific people, like I said, we would talk, give you some advice, but it's to a certain point. It's easier to say something from the outside. Yeah. Even though we all deal with certain things, and when it comes to living in apartments and stuff, is because we kind of compare ourselves to other people's lives at times.
And that's the main thing.
So it's like, damn, I want that too. You know what I'm saying? But
we are a culture of Me Too.
Yeah, yeah. I've done it, thinking about the apartments we came from, bro, like, that's crazy. We done came from roach-infested complexes. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, little apartments. I stayed with my mom with all 3 of my kids in one room. All right. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, it's, like...
Nobody want to think about going back to that, right, of course. Right. Yeah,
bro, come on, being 40, being 40, losing a job, breaking up, having debt, losing your home. All at 40. Yeah. And this is at the age to where you're supposed to be spawning into who you are as a man, and you at a downfall.
Like I said, man, life is no age specific.
No, it's not age specific, but it is age specific, but it's not age specific, because when you think when you turn 40, you're supposed to have your shit together, and you're supposed to be just on the next escapade of your life.
Anybody can lose everything.
Most definitely.
Right. Anybody. No matter how much money you got. We just talked about the man Diddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody can lose
everybody 2 paychecks away from me.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Ain't that the truth?
And it's true. That's why I be so humble when I'm downtown and stuff like that, and you see people, you don't never know nobody's life. Mm-hmm. And all it takes is something to happen. Like, we ain't rich. I mean, we just sustaining, and being able to keep a roof over our head. And that's a blessing, but yeah, we know better than nobody else, man. That's why when I see it be cold weather and people be trying to bundle up and have them fires going, man, I just say a prayer every single time. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. But to the question of what advice is something that you said is always being a positive, just being positive, have a positive atmosphere, because what that does is it takes that person out of the mindset of going home.
For the moment, yeah.
Yeah, for the moment. It's like that moment, like, damn. Yeah. I don't got to go home. Like, I'm going to sit here as long as the party's here.
Because everything is cliche, bro. Everything going to be all right. Don't worry about it, man. You're going to make it. Yeah, exactly. Everybody hear that all the time. You hear it from moms. You hear it from cousins, family, your homeboy. No, you just, okay, look, bro, let's just chill. Let's have a drink.
That's it.
Let's talk about some other shit.
Exactly.
That's what people really want.
That's honestly, that was the piece that I had, was when I wasn't at home, when I was amongst friends, and we wasn't talking about life.
Right.
I mean, that type of life.
During that time, what would you need from a friend? Like basically what you saying, just an ear.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because at that point, it's nothing that you can do.
Nothing.
You know, I got homies that's went through that, and I think they just want to vent at times.
That's it.
They just want to hang out at times. There's nothing that you can do if you ain't got the funds. You can't pay for them, for their shit.
And I remember one day we went out. I think you were just going through something, and at that point in time, I was going through something. And this is when I first started growing my hair. And we went, and this is how I know I didn't give a fuck. I just had ponytails all over my head, and I walked out the house.
Mm-hmm.
And my mindset was my mindset was so gone. But it was like you think it was me. I know it wasn't Allie, because Allie was gone. It was me, you, and somebody else. And we went to a bar that was over there on Manchester or something like that, somewhere over there. And we just chilled, bro. And when I say
Melody,
no, we went to another one. Then we ended up going to Melody.
okay.
And bro, we were just sitting, bro. When I tell you that was one of the best things that could have happened to me that day.
Oh, that was me and Nick. Matter of fact, we went to the
Yeah. Bro, when I say it was just to get out the house.
Right. Yeah, because in reality, bro, like you said, you don't want to ask nobody for something, and we all got some of the similar responsibilities. So it's like you can't ask nobody for that. It's like, damn, I know going through the same shit I'm going through, so I wouldn't dare even do it. So it's like, and I think that's the part of why we kind of keep our shit inside, because I can't hit you off with all the shit I'm going through. I know you can't really help me, and I'm the type of person I need to figure this shit out before I can really just let it go.
Like we can talk about kids all day long, we can talk about wives all day long, but our demons that we deal with us, it's like I can tell you, you know what I mean. And listen, that's all I care for. And you know what I mean. If y'all go through something, hey, you know what I mean. You know how many car rides we went back and forth when I used to work for MTA.
Like I said, it's not always about help. It's just about the energy now. Yeah. Also, you don't know what you tell me I could say to help that could trigger something. Just get it out. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. That's cool. But if you feel like you just got to get it out, let's just talk. I might say something to spark something else.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm always to try to I know if I got a plug on something or I know a job or something, hey, I'll send you to this way or this way if I can. You know what I mean?
Especially when I got blackballed by MTA, I was sitting like, bro. I remember I went to this when those little orange buses, the shorter buses for MTA was coming out, and I got an interview. I was like, cool. It was down the street from the one downtown. Lady, I gave her my name. She looked in the system. She was like, yeah, you had an interview, but you don't have an interview no more. She's like, she was like, more than likely you got blackballed.
Yeah.
I got blackballed from Santa Monica, Culver City, Long Beach.
How you get blackballed from everywhere? Let me ask y'all a question, man. We all long-term relationships and stuff like that, man. God forbid something happened, your relationship ended, you broke up. How do you think that would affect you? As a man, you know what I mean? Because, we invest a lot into this.
Right.
Our life surrounded by our family or kids or women or stuff. That's like your best friend. I mean, and it's like, how do you deal with that as a man the right way? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people lose their shit and they crash out because they feel like they invested all this into this person. They feel like they love this person or this person, especially if they got done wrong by the person or whatever it may be. And they'll crash out, man, and go take the person's life. Like the story in Compton that's going on right now with the mother and her daughter that was murdered by an ex-boyfriend, man, and caught her at a light and killed her and her daughter, man. Killed her and her 22-year-old daughter, supposed to be an ex-boyfriend. And it's just like, damn, man, what will possess you to go take somebody's life? I don't know what happened, but it's like, ain't nothing worth taking somebody's life. You know what I mean?
And it be all for emotional. But the emotions are so high with these youngsters nowadays. Their mindset is never gonna be straight.
But that it ain't even they our age. It ain't even like it's older people too. But I'm saying like what I mean, because it's like I guess as much as that shit is not cool, a part of me, not to say I understand, but if you ever been in a situation, you be like, damn, like somebody not that you that you understand, but it's like if somebody got dead wrong, they invested all this time, you like, damn, that shit fucked up. Why would they do that? But it's just like
emotionally influenced.
Damn, he was that hurt, he did that. You know what I mean? Not to say you could justify it or nothing like that, but you start thinking about both sides of the shit. Like, I mean, you know, but it's just to
how do people get to that mindset?
That's what I'm saying, to get yourself to not be mentally strong enough to not get there. You know what I mean? To where it's like, I don't got nothing left. You did me like this, I'm about to just end it all and take your life and take. You know what I mean? It's like,
I mean, I guess we can't answer that or how to get to that because I've never had a mindset to where are you leaving me like bro, I got this is I ain't never told this story before. So my ex-wife, even after she got married, I still was trying to talk to her because I was so emotionally attached to her. I remember I went to where she got a new job. I went there. Bro, I was so emotionally attached to where she got out the car and I just start crying. Like, for no reason. That's how attached that I was to her. So
we gotta do a whole episode about that shit gotta be studied right there.
But but not once did I ever think about offing her, like killing her. Just like I don't know. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that was one of the hardest breakups that I've ever been across. I mean, a part of.
She was already married and you went to her job crying?
Yeah. No,
I only laughed because you looked at me like you was waiting on it.
Oh, I know you was gonna come up, but yeah, I mean, she wasn't. She was in the process though. She was
when would
already
you
married.
start?
No, she was already
singing
married.
and dancing.
Miss you.
But and I mean, and this is what I said I would never tell that story, but it was like it is
Ever
like
since you went away, I ain't been doing that. Crying,
Was it raining?
Crying,
nah,
crying,
man. It was a sunny day. It was a sunny day at a new job.
What she say? Like, if you don't get your ass about it.
Oh, no. And we went on plenty of dates.
Okay.
Like
that
before.
was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, I don't. If that was to happen right now, I honestly don't know how I would take it. I know I would be hurt, but I have so much of a nonchalant attitude that I don't think I would show it. You would know because y'all so close to me.
Right.
You would know, like, yeah, that nigga hurt, but I'm not gonna show it. But I don't see myself being in that to that point where you gotta go. I don't.
Are them
see that.
situations where you were like the Nas song where you walk in and she in the house and doing all that, like you getting cheated on in your house, like
love.
yeah, undying love when she having said he coming home early from out of town and she in there
But see,
having
it's
sex.
not
It's like,
to me. It
do
wasn't.
you know what you would do in that situation?
Love is not to me. Love at
Leave.
that point in time, it wasn't love wasn't a sexual thing. Like, bro, I didn't give a fuck about sex, and it was her that I wanted.
You was in love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was her that I wanted. Like I didn't like it. Like to off her is like to have her no more. It would have made to me at that point in time. It would have made shit worse.
Right.
Because now I have nobody to go to.
Yeah. Nah, that's crazy, man. And I'm the same way. I think I would just leave, bro, because
Your pride kick in.
for one, I know who I am. I mean, I love myself too, and I know who I am, and I know my worth and my value. So it'd be like word, like
I'll be like, I'll just make some noise with my keys
yeah. I
and
want
shit,
you to
like,
know I know
I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm here.
but no,
And
like
you look up, and I'm like, and I just turn away and walk.
Right. Yeah.
But when I went through that, and honestly, I never once did I think about often. It's like
Now
but that's the thing. It's like, I mean, I know the question, but it's like
we can't think of that, but it's people that have that mindset.
yeah,
Like I said last time, we lost a family, but then my auntie, I cut her hair. Her daughter was lost like that, and I asked her, I don't know how. I don't know how you can move on from that. And she I don't think she has. You know,
as
right.
losing your child.
But the crazy part about it is the person that lost her life, her daughter, which is my auntie's granddaughter, looked just like her. Looked just like her mom and her daughter. They all look alike. So it's like some type of, to me in my mind, that's like some divine shit. Like you still get a chance to, you know, be with your daughter.
No, I think it takes a weak individual to do that, but I think I think it's a lot of weak men out here that want to admit it, you know what I mean?
Sucker shit.
Yeah.
Man.
So, and I think we got to do better at being stronger and understanding that, you know, that shit ain't cool, man. That shit ain't cool. Cause I didn't heard about that a lot, man. And rest in peace to them too. I think her name was Levon and her daughter in Compton, not too far. Like, but rest in peace to them. We gotta do better as men, man. Love yourself, man. Leave, bro. Leave them people. Leave people
also,
alone.
Do your part as far as being an influence and teaching. I don't care how old you are. I'm not gonna not say nothing to you. If I feel like I can teach you or be an influence to you, I'm gonna do that.
Right.
Yeah, that's
and do it with the kids coming up. You know what I'm saying? So don't just think, oh, I got boys, I got daughters, it's only them. Nah, spread the love, man.
Through your homies and stuff like that. That's why you need a good energy around you, and through your kids. That's why you got to talk to your kids. Our kids is growing up.
Also,
you know?
just like the earlier segments, or being a good stepfather as well. Because it's a lady that I know right now, and her stepfather took advantage. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like we get into these misguided situations, especially with like what you just finished saying, and we don't take accountability for it. And then it's like we get men who don't know what they're doing, and it's like, bro, you got to learn how to be a man about it.
It takes a village, bro. It takes a village, man, and we got to get back to that, you know, because that shit is sucker shit is weak, and it ain't cool,
bro. Like,
you know what I mean?
I don't know. It's, when I see a black man kill another black woman, it does something to me. Like it honestly infuriates me. I know I can't do nothing about it, or you know what I mean. I can't change nothing about it, but it's just, bro, come on.
All right, man. Yeah, that's that shit is sad. Rest in peace to them, man.
Rest in peace to them, man.
But at the end of the day, let's celebrate 18 years of marriage and communication and commitment with my man Antron Brown and him.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's what this whole show is dedicated towards. Is you and your marriage, my man. And then also, how many years you been married? 17?
We'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah, man. All right, episode 53, man. One thing for sure. Anything I got to say?
Shout out to the people, man. Tune in, like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying?
We love everybody.
Last episode, dope episode, ODM Slim.
Shout out ODM.
So we got some good feedback from that. That was a pretty good episode.
Most definitely.
I want to get the viral way on, man. We're chopping it up with them. Hopefully they'll be coming up soon, man. Appreciate everybody that support us. Yazzers, don't panic. That being reposting our stuff, man. We appreciate the love. Yazzers was just in the comments today. We appreciate the love, man. Appreciate we still building. We're gonna keep on going, man. But we doing it the organic, the real way with morals and integrity, and we gonna bring it to y'all the real uncut way. We say what they want. You know what I mean? One thing for sure, every Friday, 4 p.m. we'll be live, man. Y'all keep on
4 p.m.-ish.
Or 4:30, yeah.
4:45.
4:25.
Whatever.
We out, y'all. One thing for sure.
4:23.